The Harwich Mariners are on the air. Game 32 of the 40-game Cape Cod Baseball League regular season welcomes in the Orleans Firebirds for the fifth and final time this summer. With Milo Hoffman, I'm Luke Brenneman. Thrilled to have you with us tonight on Cape League TV. And the Firebirds and the Mariners squared off last night over in Orleans, and it was a Firebird domination, a 10-0 win, and everything was clicking.
Yeah, everything went right for Orleans. The starter, Jake Eccles, very solid. 5 innings, just 2 hits, just 1 strikeout, but only 2 walks of Mariner hitters. And then every single hitter, it seemed like, in the lineup was coming to play. In fact, 8 of the 9 hitters in the Orleans lineup had multiple hits. 8 players in their lineup had at least 2 hits, which is almost unheard of. And so everything was going right for the Firebirds, and yeah, that leads to a 10-0 win.
That loss is now the 4th consecutive loss from the Harwich Mariners. That goes back to before the All-Star break. And look at the numbers here. The offense is the culprit.
Yeah, just 3 runs in the last 34 innings, 3 shutouts, 2 for 23 with runners in scoring position. You're not going to win many games in that situation if you're not coming through with runners on base and more specifically runners on second and third. So Harwich today trying to take advantage of those situations.
This is the longest losing streak that the Mariners have been on this summer. Harwich comes in 17-14 for record. Orleans 9-21. The Firebirds are fighting for a playoff spot. They're in dead last of the East Division, and they're a couple games out, 3 games behind the Chatham A's. Let's dive into the pitching matchup, though. We know that offense has been an issue for Harwich. It was booming yesterday for the Firebirds, but these two teams have been very similar the entirety of the summer in a lot of pitching categories.
Yeah, very similar ERA, similar amount of strikeouts, just to separate them. So, yeah, I mean, the Firebirds have a solid pitching staff. I will say that teams hit them. Look at the average, 259. That's the worst in the Cape, but the Mariners aren't too far behind at a 250 batting average. So, listen, that's against righties. It's interesting to see how the Firebirds are going to react today against the lefty and Jackson Peavy on the mound, who's been pretty solid so far this season.
Thursday night baseball here in Harwich, the 23rd of July. The M's have not won a game since back on the 16th of this month. Milo, what's the ticket to getting off this skid tonight?
Well, I think something that happened yesterday was the Mariners grounded into a couple of double plays over this 4-game losing streak. They've grounded into 4 double plays. They're not taking advantage with runners in scoring position. So I think those little things really do add up. Only 4 stolen bases over this losing streak as well. Get back to what the Mariners do and what makes them such a unique ball club and a successful ball club, and hopefully they'll find success today.
It's been a great summer for Harwich at home, a record 3 games over 500, and only a few of these left at Whitehouse Field. We're going to step aside on Cape League TV for the national anthem, but when we come back, starting lineups, first pitch, coming up on Cape League TV.
Harwich is managed by Steve Englert. Firebirds, the Cape Cod
Just about set and ready for first pitch here in Harwich, and Orleans comes in as the visitors tonight. 9 wins in 30 games so far. The Firebirds have struggled, but they've generated a lot of momentum in the 10-0 win, and their offense had 19 hits. That's the second highest hit total that the Firebirds and the entire Cape Cod Baseball League have seen this summer. Kelly Nicholson, the longtime skipper for the Firebirds, is serving his 21st season as the field manager. He took over in 2005, and this is who Kelly calls on tonight. Leading off, playing center, Rowan Kelly. Batting second, the first baseman, Dom Cadiz. Hitting third, the designated hitter and son of a Major League Hall of Famer, Adrian Beltre Jr. In the cleanup spot, it was the Harwich assassin from last night, Tyler Myatt. He's playing left field. He had 3 hits, a home run, knocked in 3 last night at Eldridge Park. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Adam Magpock. In the sixth spot, it's Tyler Harmony, the third baseman. Batting seventh, Casey Comiskey playing shortstop. Hitting eighth is Ryan McDougall, the catcher. And rounding out the Firebirds lineup is Garrett Larson in right field. He was 3 for 4 last night, swinging a hot bat. For Harwich, well, it's a date with a red-hot Firebirds lineup for one of the best lefties on Cape Cod, Jackson Peavy, out of the University of Georgia, heading into his sophomore season from Macon, Georgia. Climbs the hill at 6'3", 180 pounds. Lengthy left-hander, has made 3 starts on Cape Cod, 5 appearances, 15 2/3 innings pitched, has only surrendered 4 earned runs and struck out 13.
Yeah, you look at the walks, it's the thing that stands out the most right there. 11 walks in those amount of innings, kind of a little bit startling, but you have to control the zone if you're PV. He has some of the best stuff on this team, some of the best stuff on the Cape. He's been an absolute dog all season long for the Mariners, and I think that this is one of the bigger starts tonight because the M's, they have nowhere else to go but up. 4 straight losses. You're playing against the Firebird squad that's fighting for their life to stay in the playoff push. The M's need to get back in the win column.
This is an Orleans offense that is ranked 8th out of 10 teams in runs scored in the Cape Cod Baseball League, but they put on the full blitzkrieg attack last night, and they look to stay hot. What do you want to see specifically from Harwich early on in this game, Milo, to maybe settle things down, considering the M's might be a little tight, losers of 4 in a row?
I think being cautious on the base paths. It sounds crazy to say, but yesterday the Mariners had some runners on early. Some guys were thrown off. Momentum was cut. Be cautious on the base paths and take advantage of these opportunities. Work long counts, too. I think sometimes the Mariners go up there, first pitch, they try to swing and make something happen. Let the at-bat come to you.
Rowan Kelly ready to dig in, the center fielder out of UC Santa Barbara, was a Big West All-Conference first-team member. Santa Barbara won the regular season championship in the Big West Conference. Left on left to start, a gorgeous night in Harwich. 73 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, straight sunshine. First pitch, a fastball down low, 1-0. First pitch comes in, 6:30 on the nose. We're on time tonight. Thursday night baseball from Whitehouse Field. Kelly had a monstrous night, just like many other Firebirds. 24 hours ago, 2 for 4. The 1-0 is a breaking ball that stays low. Now 2-0 on Kelly. Had a double, 2 runs batted in. And Kelly's been a stud all summer. 288 hitter, 5 ribbies, 5 doubles. He leads this team, scoring 20 runs. 2-0 pitch. Peavy misses wide. 3 consecutive balls to start out the count on Kelly.
We knew that this was somewhat of concern for Peavy. The 11 walks coming into the evening. Now already down 3-0.
Peavy trying to find his command early on. Here comes the 3-0. That fastball's in there for a strike. Shoots right down the heart of the zone at 94 miles an hour. The mix tonight for Jackson, fastball, changeup, sinking fastball, slider, and a curveball. 5-pitch mix. 3-1. Swing and a pop-up over the press box foul. Peavy's battled back, and this count goes full on Kelly.
Yeah, I think that's big time for Jackson on the mound. You hate to lose the first one, but a nice battle already. Kelly comes in on a 4-game hit streak.
Peavy set for the payoff pitch. Here it is. That's downstairs, ball 4. First at-bat of the night from a Firebird is a free pass, and that walk is our first free pass of the game, presented by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod
From
Community
UCLA,
College for free.
the first baseman,
Every
number
program.
30,
No tuition or fees for those that qualify.
Cadiz.
capecod.edu/free for more. It's Dom Cadiz's turn.
Not the start you want, but listen, double play is intact right now. Very dangerous hitter in Dom Cadiz. Gotta try to keep him on the ground.
Cadiz, a .302 hitter, 3 homers, 16 runs batted in, leads the Firebirds as a team. First pitch, heater, just a little bit inside, 1-0.
I think this is interesting, and it's a little bit of a sneak peek to the playoffs. You play the same team back-to-back. See how you can bounce back after you got pretty bad last night.
1-0 pitch. Cadiz lays off. Fastball way outside in the left-on-right matchup. Now 2-0. That's a good point you bring up, because in the Cape League, unlike professional baseball, there are no series here. There are season series. Harwich has taken 3 of the first 4. This is the final meeting between these two teams. However, the only other time the Mariners have played an opponent on the Cape this summer in back-to-back nights was on the 3rd and 4th of July, which is a league-wide home-and-home with your adjacent neighboring town, and that was Brewster. The Mariners split that at 1-1. A win tonight for Harwich would split with Orleans here in late July. Peavy down 2-0. Here's the pitch. That's in there. Went back to the fastball, tickled the top of the zone. Now 2 balls and a strike on Dom Cadiz.
And against Brewster, the Mariners took that first game on July 3rd. So they were going into the 4th of July trying to sweep the doubleheader. Now they're trying to salvage it.
Peavy from the stretch, the 2-1. Up and in, another fastball, 3-1. It's been fastball heavy to start. He throws his 4-seamer 38% of the time, the sinking fastball 20% of the time. But his number 1 breaking pitch, or off-speed pitch, I should say, is his changeup. Throws that at 85 miles an hour. The 3-1. Cut on, hammer deep down the left field line. That twist foul. And back-to-back hitters for Orleans to start this game are into full counts.
Mariners have already seen Cadiz go deep once so far this season against them. He's got quick hands in the box. Just finished his freshman year at UCLA, expecting a whole lot more play time this upcoming campaign.
No nonsense with Cadiz. We always say it when we see him. No elbow guard, no shin guard. Just shoots his hands directly through the zone. And the payoff pitch is coming. Runner goes from first. Pitch is down and away, ball 4. No throw from Stockman. There's no need. Back-to-back walks to kick off the start for Peavy, and Adrian Beltre Jr. steps
From San
in
Diego,
with Firebirds on
the
first
designated
and
hitter,
second,
number 29,
and nobody out.
Adrian Beltre Jr.
This would be quite the time for a double play for the Mariners. Beltre's coming in pretty hot as well. He's on a 5-game hit streak, average all the way up to 295.
Beltre was 2 for 4 last night, drove in a pair. He's ready to hit here. Left on right matchup. Peavy, first offering, way up and away. That was the changeup. Just couldn't get a good grip on that one. Stockman saved it from going to the backstop. Counts 1-0. Peavy has thrown just 4 strikes in his first 14 pitches to start out this outing. 1-0. That's a strike. A good fastball on the outside corner. Evens the count with Beltre, 1-1. Peavy has been excellent the first time through the lineup in his last 2 starts. He's actually not given up a hit in the first 3 innings of both of his last 2 starts. Walks have been his issue. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a high fly ball. Dead center field. Kirikoff ready underneath. Kelly off a second, and he doesn't tag. A smart decision. Kirikoff was the Mid-American Conference Defensive Center Fielder of the Year, and everybody stays put on the Beltre Jr. flyout.
We've seen Micah make some pretty impressive plays out there in
From
center
Tennessee,
field so far this season.
the left fielder, number 16.
And a big out to set down
Tyler
Adrian Beltre
Maya.
into the dugout. He had one of the more impressive throws, Kirikoff, of the season a couple weeks back in right center. He threw out a runner trying to tag from second and third.
Kelly knew the scouting report at second. He didn't run. Tyler Myatt digs in for a left-on-left matchup. First pitch, right down the chute, strike one. Myatt, the best power hitter in this lineup, hit a home run last night against Harwich in a 3-hit effort. Knocked in 3 as well. 287 hitter, 5 home runs, 14 runs batted in. 0-1. Looping breaking ball stays high. Ball and a strike. PV kind of battling something right now, out there talking to himself a little bit. Pitch count might be high, but no harm, no foul if he can get out of this first inning scoreless. Double play ball is set up for him. 1-1 pitch. Myatt swings and misses. The slide piece from PV works well there, and Jackson gets ahead 1-2.
Myatt is a 400 hitter against lefties, 10 for 25 this season.
Very impressive. Knowing the left-handers do struggle in the left-on-left matchups. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball. And PV can't pull it down into the zone again. It's even on the center fielder for Orleans. 2 on, 1 out, top of the first, just getting going on a gorgeous night in Harwich. 2-strike pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. PV blew the fastball right by him. Back-to-back outs to settle things down after back-to-back walks to get things going. And PV an out away with Adam Magpok coming up from stranding a pair.
From San Diego State,
big strikeout.
second baseman, number 8,
now you can really
Adam
see
Magpok.
the light at the end of the tunnel if you're Jackson PV. First inning is so big, and now you face Magpok, who has yet to pick up a hit in a Firebird uniform against the lefty.
Magpok is 7 for 48 as an Orleans Firebird at the plate. First pitch. Up high, 1-0. However, Magpok came into last night's matchup just 5 for 44, but he was 2 for 4 against Harwich, because who didn't have 2 or more hits last night for Orleans? 1-0. Swung on, fouled back, counts even on Magpok. That fastball is definitely PV's crutch pitch, because we've seen the changeup go a little bit wayward, still battling control just a little bit, but the fastball struck out Myatt in the previous at-bat, and every time he's fallen behind, he's thrown it in there when he's needed to.
Yeah, up to 93 miles an hour on the gun.
Here comes a 1-1. That's a strike. A really good fastball at 94 on the radar gun. PV looks up at the scoreboard to check it out.
I mean, this is rare. You don't see lefties pumping in near 95 miles an hour a whole lot. So PV's got some special stuff.
Trying to become a weekend starter at Georgia this school year. 2 on with 2 out. The 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball foul, third base side. The switch hitter Magpok putting up a fight here. Remember, Magpok was the Brewster Whitecaps' most valuable player in the 2025 summer in the Cape Cod Baseball League. He started in Brewster this year. They let him go, and now he's a Firebird. 1-2, skied towards foul territory, first base side. O'Leary battles the sun, and he caught it. Jackson PV works out of trouble. Back-to-back walks to start the game, and he puts 3 in a row down, a scoreless first from PV. And we'll check out the Mariners' starting lineup when we come back.
Fans,
in
thank
the
you for
bottom of the
coming out
first
to Whitehouse
on
Field
Cape
tonight.
League
The
TV.
Orleans Firebirds and the Harwich Mariners, the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Back here in Harwich, and it's time to get down to business for a struggling Mariner lineup. Harwich comes in, losers in 4 in a row, but look to right the ship at home. And here's who the longtime skipper, Steve Englert, calls on for the starting lineup tonight. That guy on your screen, Nico Brini, ready to hit, leads off and playing right field. Batting second, playing third is Nate Castellone. Hitting third, maybe the best player on Cape Cod, the Mariners shortstop, Ty Smolinski. In the cleanup spot, it'll be Cade Curlin, the new LSU transfer. He's playing second base. Hitting fifth for the M's, Paul Jones in left field. Batting sixth will be the catcher, Tucker Stockman. In the seventh spot, Sean O'Leary playing first base. And the final two for the Mariners tonight, Sean James batting eighth as the DH, with Micah Kirikoff in center, rounding out the M's lineup. Who is the answer? An individual, Milo. We know it's got to be a collective effort, but who do you want to see step up and really have a game to give a spark to this team offensively?
Well, I think someone that's come over and been nothing but excellent for the Mariners has been Castellone out of Cal Poly, but now he's just 2 for his last 12 at the plate, playing third base today. A 362 batting average for Castellone. He was a Cape League All-Star. I think him in the 2 spot, when he goes, the Mariners are a whole lot better of a ball club. And obviously, Nico Brini at the top has got to get the party started.
The starting pitcher tonight for the Firebirds is the right-hander Braden Toro out of Stetson. He's a rising junior, 6
Leading
feet
off the
tall,
bottom of the first inning
190
for Harwich
pounds.
from Vanderbilt.
This summer on
right
Cape
fielder,
Cod has made
number
9
21,
appearances. This is his
Nico
third start.
Brini.
And in 18 innings pitched, Toro has surrendered 13 earned runs.
And all 3 starts against the Mariners.
Yeah, so far this summer in 2 starts against the M's, Toro has gone 7 1/3 innings of action. He's given up 7 runs. A guy the M's have seen well. Brini digs in, first pitch. A fastball up high, 1-0. Nico Brini has been the new Harwich leadoff man. Colin Larson, who is an all-star, is out of the lineup tonight. He also didn't hit leadoff yesterday. 1-0. Check swing from Brini. Peel down to third, no go. And Nico ahead 2-0.
And Nico Brini fits the leadoff build. I mean, he's a good contact guy. He has a lot of speed, a good eye, works long at bats.
7 for 29 at the plate in Harwich. 2-0 pitch. Swung on, skied deep down the left field line. Myatt is over there and makes the play in fair territory. 1 out.
And just in on the hands right there, and Brini just underneath it. And he's relaying the pitches back to Castellone.
From Cal Poly, the third baseman, number 12, Nate Castellone.
Such a unique scouting element in the Cape League where guys just have to hand-deliver scouting reports. Not that there aren't analytics interns and baseball liaisons that work hard, but Toro, this is a guy who pitches at Stetson collegiately. Castellone plays at Cal Poly. They don't run into each other. First pitch, a good breaking ball, call it a strike. 0-1 on the Harwich third baseman, Castellone.
And I think that's such a beautiful part about baseball. It's like, yeah, a slider's a slider, but everyone's individual slider is different.
0-1. Another breaking ball. That one's even better, all the way on the edge of the zone. Quickly 0-2 on Nate. That's a good point you bring up. And everyone who's out here is good. There's no slouch in the Cape Cod Baseball League. 0-2 pitch. Castellone fights it off foul. Staying alive here. It's the bottom of the first in Harwich. Crowd still filtering into Whitehouse Field. Cape Cod residents have been spoiled this summer. We've had great weather, as always, but this week has been quite wet. A pair of rainstorms. 0-2 pitch, punch to first, caught about ankle high from Cadiz. And he steals the second out of the home half. That was a nice play over there.
And
from Kansas State, the shortstop, number 22,
the end of the bat, but
Ty
Cadiz over there
Smolinski.
caught it almost like a catcher. It was like a pitch length.
Cadiz goes to UCLA, and in his starts, a majority of them were as the DH for the Bruins. He's played first base for Orleans. We saw him at third base last night on the road. Ty Smolinski digs in. Right on left matchup, Toro ready, the big windup, and he comes home. That is paint, a 96-mile-an-hour fastball right on the corner. 0-1 on Smolinski. Saw the Orleans starter Jake Eccles look amazing last night for 5 innings. And now Toro's looking for a 1-2-3 first inning against a struggling Harwich lineup.
Yeah, and the offense has really been a struggle. Obviously, you give up 10 runs and the pitching comes to mind, but I mean, now just 3 runs over the last 30 innings plus.
1-1. Smolinski swings and fouls one off. Third base side. Another 2-strike count as Toro continues to get ahead of Mariner hitters in the first. Smolinski leads this team in every category. Hits, home runs, runs batted in. 6 long balls lead the Cape Cod Baseball League. He has 17 runs batted in as well. 1-2. Smolinski. Another foul. And ties battling here.
Yeah, he's going to get his hands out there and catch up to that fastball. Saw him go opposite field a couple times. If he's late on a pitch, it doesn't necessarily mean he's out of it. He can spray it to left.
He's used all parts of the yard for power, too. Another 2-strike pitch coming from Toro. Swing and a miss. A nasty breaking ball lands in the dirt. The throw down to first in time. A 1-2-3 opening inning from Toro on the hill. No score after 1 in Harwich. We'll be back for the second inning on Cape League TV. No score after the first inning between Orleans and Harwich. And look at the youngsters getting after it. Picking each other up, messing around, doing anything besides watching the game. That's what growing up is all about. But we're back here at Whitehouse Field. Jackson Peavy back on the hill. Gave up back-to-back walks to start the first inning, but stranded a pair on the bases for a scoreless first. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up for Orleans, Harmony, Comiskey, and McDougal. What did you see as a switch that maybe flipped after those first 2 batters got on with walks?
I mean, yeah, I think it was pretty self-explanatory, the command. I mean, you walk the first 2 batters.
Leading off the top of the second for the Firebirds.
And then you
from
zone back
Northeastern,
in,
the third
put the
baseman,
ball
number
in
14,
the zone and force weak
Tyler
contact,
Harmony.
and you pick up a strikeout.
Second inning is brought to you by Milton Cat, proud to power the Cape all summer long. Left-on-left matchup here with Tyler Harmony, the third baseman out of Northeastern. First pitch, breaking ball just misses. 1-0. Harmony did not play yesterday. I'm not sure why the Orleans manager, Kelly Nicholson, didn't just play the same exact 9. Pitchers too. The 1-0 is a fastball. That's on the outer edge, evens the count.
I think it's good that Peavy's the pitcher tonight because he's such a different look than Riley Goodman.
Peavy and Goodman have battled as the best starters for Harwich all summer. 1-1 misses low. Peavy at 6'3", 180 pounds, but he's also a lefty and he's more lengthy. Goodman is powerful. Goodman climbs the hill, 6'2", 210 pounds. He's coming right down at you from the windup. 2-1. Fastball. That's outside. Another 3-ball count here early on for a Firebird hitter. This time it's Harmony.
Yeah, and he's expending a lot of pitches early on in this game. Start to command the zone.
Harwich used 3 pitchers last night. The 3-1. That's inside, ball 4. Just the 3rd walk of the game in the first 6 hitters
from Southern New
Peavy,
Hampshire, the shortstop, number
aboard.
31, Casey Comiskey.
Yeah, you're going to find yourselves in a whole lot of jams if this is the case. Just walking hitters, and you look up, you're always pitching from the stretch with hitters on. So got to try and slow down a little bit, take a few deep breaths.
Comiskey's now up. Right-handed hitter was 2 for 5 with a double and an RBI last night. First pitch is a fastball up high. Thing with Peavy, though, his stuff is so good when it finds the zone. In 15 innings pitched on the Cape, now 16 after the first, he's only given up 9 hits. 4 earned runs. Got out of the first scoreless with 2 walks. The 1-0 is a swing and a miss. 1-1 on the shortstop Comiskey at a Southern New Hampshire university. He's having a nice summer. Casey's been around since the opening couple weeks. A 240 hitter, home run, 4 runs batted in. Check on the runner at first. Harmony's back standing up.
His home run came against the Mariners.
He also had that walk-off hit last night. The
He did.
Mercy Rule walk-off
Mercy Rule
hit.
walk-off hit deep to left. I thought that was going to be another homer.
That game ended in 8 innings. 1-1. That's in there. Good fastball. Comiskey doesn't like it, but a nice pitch from Peavy gets ahead 1-2.
Yeah, he's not a fan, but going to step into the box here. Double play ball would be great for Peavy and the M's.
Harmony off of first, has not stolen a base this summer. 1-2 pitch. This is punched out to right field. Breeny can't see it, and it gets down for a hit. May have been a hit regardless, but you could just tell how much Breeny was battling the sun with his hand out there, not really going after the ball. He's a very aggressive defender as well. And here we go again, first and second with nobody
Dayton,
out for the Firebirds.
the catcher, number 39,
and Ryan McDougall's coming to the dish.
Yeah, that's one that Breeny will probably tell you he can make if he gets a good read on it. It bounces about 5 steps in front of him.
First pitch misses in the McDougall at bat. He was showing bunt there. Small ball, big part of some of these Cape League managers' philosophies. McDougall 7 for 42 as a hitter this summer. The 1-0 misses, and he might not have to bunt if Peavy can't find the zone. Larson on deck is the 9-hole hitter. McDougall, the catcher out of Dayton, did not play yesterday. Back in the lineup. 2-0. That's spiked in the dirt. Nice block from Stockman, the Harwich backstop. 3-0.
And sometimes when you see hitters showing bunt, it can get into your mind a little bit. You know they're just trying to put the ball in play.
Some hitters do it to try and make you miss, especially on a first pitch. You see that in the big leagues a lot. 3-0. There's a strike. McDougall, 6 runs batted in and just 7 hits so far this summer. In a sacrifice spot here, the 3-1, he gets it down. This could be a bunt hit. Castellon's letting it roll. Is that foul? Yes. A high IQ play out of Nate Castellon. We've seen him do that now 4 or 5 times this summer.
I was going to say, I mean, it happens almost every single game, and that one was probably the toughest read he's had to make out of the bunch because this looked like it was going to be fair, and then it hits the lip of the grass and squirts foul.
So the bunt could potentially be out of the door here for McDougall. The count's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Harmony off a second, Comiskey off a first. A walk and a single to start the top of the second for Orleans. Payoff pitch, and he pulls away the bunt. He showed bunt and was committed to it in a 2-strike count. But Peavy can't find the zone, and the bases are loaded with nobody out, and Garrett Larson coming up.
Yeah, honestly, I think that might have just been a show bunt and trying to distract him. Engler runs out to the mound. You never really see this. It's just Engler and Peavy on the mound right now, and it seems like there is a lot of intent behind what's being said.
Steve Engler in his 28th season with the Harwich Mariners, a legend out here. And you can
From
tell that the
Yale,
guys
the
buy
right
in.
fielder, number
Sometimes when you
38,
get the more experienced head coaches,
Larson.
there's just an added level of respect because of their pedigree, and Steve Englert has one of the best out here on Cape Cod. Peavy trying to get things back on track. Bases juiced, nobody out, top of the second. Larson the hitter. First pitch, a ball high. Two walks and a hit in this inning. 1-0. Fastball. Peavy dropped that one down. The first pitch that was high was 93 with the fastball. That one at 91 does find the bottom portion of the zone. Ball and a strike on Larson. He's hitting ninth tonight, the 1-1. Way outside. Stockman able to catch it. Got to readjust that face mask. 2-1. Larson, 5 for 24, the outfielder out of Yale. A 3-hit effort last night. Came in 2 for 20. 2-1. Swung on, ground ball to short. Smolinski pitches to second for one, a double play. The run scores for Orleans as Harmony crosses home. But Harwich will absolutely trade that one run for 2 outs. A 6-4-3 double play off the bat of Larson. Comiskey into third. And the top of the order in Rowan Kelly coming up with 2 outs.
Center fielder,
That's an excellent
5,
job right there
Rowan
from
Kelly.
Jackson Peavy to induce the Larson double play. You will 100% trade 2 outs right there for the run. Firebirds get on the board, but now you're one pitch away from getting out of this.
Trying to limit the damage to 1. Kelly the hitter. That breaking ball, it's missing high a lot early on. That's rare to see.
Yeah, not the bite that it normally has.
Typically you start those, though, at the knees, and then they dive into the dirt. Right now he's starting it around the forehead. 1-0. Another breaking ball. Another miss up high. 2-0. Kelly walked his first time up. It's up to 16 walks on the summer. 2-0. Now 3-0. So far in this one, Peavy's pitched an inning and 2/3, given up 1 hit, but has walked 4 Firebirds. Feels like a huge win if you can get out of here just trailing by 1. And that is high and tight, ball 4. So 2 walks in 2 innings for Rowan Kelly. He takes first. And Dom Cadiz has him on the corners with 2 outs.
It's just kind of wayward with the fastball right now.
From UCLA,
Flipping it up and
first
down.
baseman,
Just
number
has
30,
to settle in.
Dominic
He has the
Cadiz.
stuff.
Cadiz, a bat that you really don't want to see with runners on base. 16 runs batted in this summer. He walked his first time up. Leads the team in batting average and runs batted in. Left on right. First and third, 2 outs. Orleans up 1-0. Swing and a miss from Cadiz. So another fastball that time, just kind of keeping track of the radar gun. Peavy drops that one down to 89. We've seen him touch 94 with the fastball. And he does throw two different types, a 4-seamer and a sinker. But the 4-seamer normally is at 92. The sinker is normally at 91. 0-1. Swing and a liner foul over the Harwich dugout into the seats. And a good start to this at-bat from Jackson Peavy. He's up 0-2 on the best Orleans hitter, Cadiz.
It's the second time we've seen Cadiz rip one foul down the left field line, just a little out in front of those.
There's no doubt. Cadiz comes up ready to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And Peavy can't find the zone. First 2 pitches. Grip it and rip it. Now he's down 0-2. Peavy comes home. This one is popped up and foul.
Yeah, Englert, after that meeting on the mound, is really hoping that this can end right here, this inning. It was a great double play. It was an excellent outcome after that meeting. But now you got to finish the job.
Maybe this could be a boost for Harwich. You hold them to 1, you kickstart the offense in the home half. The 0-2 again. Just a little bit inside. 1-2.
Now Peavy's up to north of 50 pitches already, not through 2 innings.
No action in the Harwich bullpen so far. We've seen Peavy get up to 4 innings in his last 2 starts on Cape Cod. He can go deep. 1-2. Swung on, high bouncer up the middle. Smolinski has it from the outfield grass, a 3-hopper, not in time. Smolinski couldn't get his feet set, and the run from third, Comiskey scores. That's an infield hit for Cadiz. It's now 2-0 Orleans.
That's a no-man's land chopper right there in the middle of the infield. Ty did a nice job just getting over
From San
to it to
Diego,
even give himself
the
a
designated
shot
hitter,
at making the
number
play.
29,
But yeah, it looks like he
Adrian
lost
Beltre
grip on the
Jr.
throw, and kind of like a ground ball over to O'Leary.
He was kicking up the outfield grass. Maybe it's still wet from the recent rainfall. That's been consistent across the entire Cape. First and second, Orleans up by 2. Adrian Beltre Jr., the hitter. There's a good breaking ball from Peavy. Called strike 1. Cadiz is a machine. He does it every which way. Infield hit, he'll beat it out. Put one down the line. He's up to 17 runs batted in. 0-1 pitch. Beltre Jr. squibs one, third base side. That's foul. And Peavy, for the second straight hitter, gets ahead 0-2. But this time the question is, can he put Beltre away? Couldn't get Cadiz.
Need the put-away stuff, and Peavy has the put-away stuff with that curveball. I'd like to see him go lower in the zone with it. You've talked about him keeping it up, maybe lower in the zone. I saw him working on that in the bullpen before this game.
There's been so many runners on in these first 2 innings. It's tough to try and steer the ship, because if you miss, Beltre Jr. is a guy that will make you pay. Leads this team in extra base hits. The 0-2 ripped foul. He threw the breaking ball, but it was a hanger about thigh high. And Beltre Jr. a little bit too early. Peavy caught a break.
Just in on the hands there. Beltre, he has that quick hand stuff.
3 walks, 2 hits, and 2 in here for Orleans in the top of the second. 0-2 pitch. That was a Hail Mary swing, but Beltre Jr. did what he was trying to accomplish. He stayed alive.
Yeah, I think staying alive is the perfect way to put that. He's got a lot of antics, Beltre. Braden Jackson.
Beltre Jr. is 0 for 1. He flew out in the first inning. 3 for 4 last night. Batting third for Orleans again. 0-2. That hit him. That got him in the left leg, and he throws his bat towards the dugout, sprints to first. And Orleans, for the second time in this inning, has the bases loaded, up 2-0.
From Tennessee,
yeah, I mean, it's
the
just
left
as
fielder,
simple as
number
the control.
16,
The
Tyler
control isn't
Myatt.
necessarily there for Jackson Peavy tonight. Still only giving up 2 runs.
Yeah, but Tyler Myatt's coming up now. Myatt struck out in the first. This is a huge power threat. First pitch, Myatt checked his swing. Yes, he went around. Strike 1. Beltre off of first. Cadiz at second. Kelly the lead runner at third. The 0-1 pitch. Good take there. From high above here in the press box at Whitehouse Field, it really does justice to how much Peavy's breaking ball curves. That's that slider running away from the lefty Myatt. 1-1. Myatt, foul tip, and a 2-strike count here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Myatt was the best last night out of all Orleans hitters. 3 for 5, a double, a home run, 3 runs batted in. Trying to come through and extend the lead here in the second. 1-2. Stockman catches it in the dirt.
Ooh.
2-2.
And that's the last thing you want to do right now is lose the batter on the wild pitch and have the runner on third, Kelly, come in to score.
It's the 8th hitter to come to the plate in this inning. 2-2. Got him looking. A beauty of a fastball from Peavy. 2 come in on a whopping 3 walks, a hit by pitch, and 2 singles. It could have been a whole lot worse. And the Mariners are going to try and get him back in the home half when we come back on Cape League
by downloading
TV.
the Cape League TV app.
Bottom 2 in Harwich at Whitehouse Field, the home of the Mariners. And the clock is ticking for the summer of 2026. Only a couple of these home games left. Fans scattered across this gorgeous ballpark. Orleans plates 2 in the top half of the second. They lead 2-0. Really good crowd tonight. What else would you expect? Good weather, Thursday night baseball. Getting that weekend flush here of everyone piling into Cape Cod.
For the Mariners from Florida.
And the Harwich offense looking to give them something to cheer about. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the M's. The starter for Orleans, Braden Toro, pitched a dominant first inning.
Yeah, he was looking real good on the mound. It's up to the Mariner offense now. I mean, Jackson Peavy is grinding on the hill tonight. You got to put up some runs, get some traffic.
Right on right, Curlin the hitter, first pitch in the dirt, ball 1. So after a scoreless first, stats continue to get a little bit more ugly for this offense. Just 3 runs plated from the Mariners in their last 35 innings offensively. Toro working from the windup. Here's the 1-0. Curlin takes a strike. That's a good fastball to even the count. 1-1. The pitch mix tonight for Braden Toro. It's a fastball, a slider, curveball, and changeup. Uses the fastball 49% of the time. Comes in at 92. 1-1. That was the changeup. Now 1-2. Changeup he throws with good velocity. That one came in at 85. He only uses it 10% of the time. And when we talked to Kelly Nicholson before Toro's first start against the Mariners, he said he'll use it in the right-on-right matchups. 1-2, breaking ball, hit to third, gloved on a hop by Harmony, a long throw, and he made it in time. The opening out of the Harwich second is a 5-3 Curlin ground out. Paul Jones is coming up.
Yeah, it's just a room service hop right there for Harmony.
From Kansas State,
at the
corner, left fielder.
He did pretty
number 31,
well, and now Curlin sent back to the
Jones.
dugout. You got to get these leadoff guys on at some point tonight just to get going. When you look up at the scoreboard, there's 1 out, 2 out. It just feels like the innings go by so quickly, and you're always out playing defense.
Jones steps in after a couple of recent days off. He's a new player on this team, 1 for his first 10 in Harwich. First pitch swinging, sky-high pop-up, center field. Kelly's got a camp under this one, and he makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out in the Jones at-bat. And like Milo just mentioned, 2 quick outs with nobody on. And the catcher, Tucker Stockman,
from
is
Southern Mississippi.
And they just
the
go
catcher,
by so fast.
number 36,
when
Tucker
you're ready
Stockman.
to hit and you go into the dugout, it feels like it lasts for 2 seconds. And now Englert is bringing his hitter. And this is one of those meetings that we see a lot of times where the inning feels like it's going by really fast, and maybe a take a few, see a few, and extend this inning here.
Yeah, conversation that the primary root of it is simply just to get the starter out of his rhythm and slow down this inning. Also, you look at the Mariners starter, Jackson Peavy. Just had an inning. He gave up 2 hits, 4 free passes. The bases felt like they were loaded for forever. Gave up 2 runs as well. I mean, he's a pitch away from being right back on the pitching mound. Toro working quick. 5 up, 5 down to start. First pitch to Tucker Stockman. Swing and a miss at the high heat.
All right, well, maybe I guessed wrong at the meeting that just went on between Englert and Stockman.
Stockman came out of the meeting laughing a little bit. 0-1. Swings again. That's a foul ball. But that's a letter-high fastball pumped in at 94. Whether it was Eccles last night for Orleans, 5 innings of scoreless baseball, and now Toro, a guy that Harwich has beat up so far this summer, 7 runs against him. Starters are really hitting stride here. Still early. 0-2 pitch. That's high. Stockman lays off that. 1-2.
Yeah, on the other side of things, Toro is at 20 pitches.
1-2. He struck him out. A slider in the dirt, dropped third, throw over to first in time from McDougal. 6 up, 6 down with 2 punch outs for Braden Toro. And the Firebirds lead 2-0 after the first 2 innings at Whitehouse Field. We'll be right back for the third on Cape League TV.
Proud to support the Cape Cod baseball.
Game 32 of the Cape League Summer, and a gorgeous night in Harwich. Thanks for joining us at Whitehouse Field. Orleans leads Harwich 2-0. With my main man, Milo Hoffman, I'm Luke Brenneman. And it feels like Orleans has just been at the plate the entirety of this game. The Harwich starter on your screen right there, Jackson Peavy, has walked 4 hitters. He's hit a man and given up 2 hits. But on the bright side, that recipe typically warrants more than 2 runs for the opposing offense.
I think he's got to treat this
Leading
inning
off
as
the
a
top
fresh
of the
start.
third inning for Orleans
Start here.
from
You've given
San
up
Diego
just 2
State.
runs.
The second
You're
baseman,
facing
number 8,
Magpie in the middle
Adam
of the lineup here
Magpie.
for Orleans. Settle down and maybe make this a quick inning.
Magpie, Harmony, and Comiskey. It's 5, 6, and 7 for the Firebirds. Peavy comes home with the first pitch. Magpie takes a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Magpie popped up to the Mariner first baseman Sean O'Leary in foul territory his first time up. Magpie, a switch hitter, hitting from the right side. 0-1. Cut on and fouled at the plate. Quickly 0-2. We've seen Magpie all over the place. He played center fielder in the Cape League, played center field in the Cape League last summer. He's played left field against Harwich. He played second base last night, and he's back there tonight. 0-2. Up high, 1-2.
I think this is a good start for Peavy in this inning. You know, you got to attack the hitter, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. 1-2, stay ahead of counts.
When you're on a 4-game losing streak, everything just feels a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
2-strike pitch, outside, counts even on the second baseman Magpie, 2-2.
It does feel like everything
just overanalyze
right,
things
that you want to go right doesn't go right.
Correct.
So you got to break out of that.
2-0 game, third inning. So what? Play baseball. 2-2. Swing and a miss. A good fastball from Peavy. He blew it right by Magpie. And for the first time in now 3 innings tonight,
From
the leadoff man does not
the
reach.
third baseman, number 14,
Magpie down on
Tyler
strikes. That's
Harmony.
the third punch out for Peavy.
Yeah, back-to-back strikeouts now for Peavy. Struck out Mike to end the last inning.
That
Good
came
sign.
with the bases loaded.
Yeah.
Peavy stranded 5 runners, 2 in the first, 3 in the second. And he's given up 2 as well. Left on left here with Harmony. Look out. Fastball up and in, ball 1. Jeff Kinney behind the plate tonight, calling balls and strikes. Rick Force at first. Dan Boomhauer at third. 1-0. Whoa, that hit him in the head. It ricocheted off his helmet and came all the way to the backstop. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and Harmony looks completely unfazed. He's off of first with 1 out.
That's why you wear a helmet. It plunked him right on the helmet, and it
From Southern New
blasted
Hampshire,
off and
the shortstop,
ricocheted
number 31,
way out
Casey
of sight.
Comiskey.
But he took that like a champ. Second hit by pitch dealt by Peavy tonight.
Casey Comiskey steps in. The shortstop is 1 for 1, singled and scored in the second. 1 on with 1 out. First pitch to Comiskey. A ground ball softly hit foul down the third base line.
Yeah, it's a broken bat.
So as Comiskey gets a new bat, last night, Riley Goodman, Harwich's starter, goes 4 innings of 10-hit, 7-run baseball. He had been dominant on the Cape as a starter. And it has nothing to do with Goodman and his stuff last night. I think you just chalked that one up as Orleans was ready to hit. Tonight, Peavy has been, A1 and A2 with Riley Goodman when it comes to the Mariners' top starters all summer long. It's a completely different story. Instead of hits for Orleans, resulting in base runners, he's up to 5 walks. He's hit 2 guys with a pitch and given up 2 hits.
Yeah, the control hasn't necessarily been there for Peavy at all.
But the offense is still flooding the bases either way for Orleans. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball, swing and a miss. 0-2 on Casey Comiskey.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Goodman yesterday, he was just getting knocked around. Tonight, it seems like Peavy has given him the free passes.
Correct. And the control, the stats will tell you. 5 walks, 2 hit batsmen, but he hits Harmony in the head with a fastball. Never want to see that. Harmony a big lead at first. 0-2 the count. Here it is. Swing and a miss. That was a good at-bat. A 3-pitch strikeout. The 4th K of the start for Peavy. And there's 2 outs with Harmony
From
staying
Dayton,
put at first.
The catcher, number 39.
The catcher out of Dayton, Ryan McDougal comes up.
Jackson Peavy is really filling up every box or stat line tonight. Hit by pitches, the walks, the strikeouts are up to 4 now.
First pitch to McDougal, breaking ball. Up high, ball 1. Peavy's a grinder, I'll give him that. You never really see him whining about balls and strikes on the hill. He has that same focus mentality, even with the bases loaded and nobody out last inning. 1-0. And that hit another hitter. That was square in the back. It was going for the head of McDougal. That was an 82-mile-an-hour slider from Peavy. And there are Firebirds on first and second
right
with 2 outs. Both of them,
Garrett
Harmony
Larson.
and McDougal, hit by pitches. And here's the 9-hole hitter, Garrett Larson.
Yeah, that's one where you just feel like there's nowhere to go because the ball is outside, but it's curving back in. Peavy going to close his eyes on the hill, just try and zone in.
Larson, with the bases loaded his last time up, grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. He's got first and second with 2 outs here. Swing and a miss at a first pitch slider. 0-1.
Looks like TJ Zierman warming up in the Mariner bullpen. Saw this last time against Falmouth last week, almost a piggyback.
Zierman and Peavy combined for a shutout win in that game against Falmouth. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now on Larson. Peavy's night is definitely going to end earlier, no matter even if he can kick it into gear, just because the pitch count is so high. He's up to 78. 0-2. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. All 3 outs in the third from Peavy come on strikeouts. He got Larson on 3 pitches. 2 hit batsmen left on base. The Mariners still trailed 2-0. We're going to the bottom of the third.
At every home game this season, the Harwich Mariners will hold a 50-50.
Peavy, the Mariners starter, leaves guys on for the third inning, but the Mariners trail 2-0 behind Orleans, home half of the third, Harwich has 7, 8, and 9 coming up. Welcome you into Whitehouse Field on Cape League TV with Milo Hoffman. I'm Luke Brenneman. Milo, Harwich trailing by 2, still early in the bottom of the third, and the bottom of the order is something that you mentioned you want to see get going.
Yeah, I think that this is the time right now for the Mariners to really kick it into gear. The bottom of the order is so vital in terms of the success to certain teams on the Cape. And so I think that in order for the Mariners to do good and, you're inching closer to the playoffs, you need O'Leary, James, Kirchhoff to really start to get on base. And O'Leary's been doing well as of late.
Sean O'Leary did not play last night against the Firebirds. This is the back end of a home and home.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning for Harwich from UMass Lowell,
10-0
the first
win
baseman, number 18,
in just 8 innings.
Sean O'Leary.
Sean O'Leary digs in, right on left matchup. Toro is a perfect 6 up, 6 down with 2 strikeouts in the first 2 innings here in Harwich. First pitch to Shano. That's a strike. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. It's been paint all night for Toro. He's ahead of O'Leary, 0-1. O'Leary taking his time. Toro trying to work quick with momentum, the 0-1. That's a strike. That looked a little low. 0-2.
Yeah, O'Leary didn't like that one. Got to readjust, but he's been putting the ball in play as of late.
He's got a battle now. He's down 0-2. Here it is. No doubt about that high fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Can we talk about your glasses for a sec?
Yeah, so I'm rocking our one of many media interns, Leah Cohen's blue light glasses. 1-2 pitch. O'Leary lays off a pitch that went about 54 feet. 2-2. And I think that these are for people like Leah because she's so talented making all of our graphics that we use on the broadcast. Probably going to see a couple on the air tonight. When you're staring at screens so often. Is that correct? Okay, we just got that confirmed.
Good.
But I think they're quite stylish. And I might be keeping them. 2-2. O'Leary. Take strike 3. That's a gorgeous fastball. 94 right on the edge of the zone. Third punch out of the start
from
for
Mississippi
Toro.
State.
And the leadoff
The
man
designated
down
hitter,
in the Harwich
number
third.
5, Sean.
Okay, but back to the
James.
glasses here. Sean James, the DH, stepping in. I would make the argument, and I have friends that have these, that these glasses are a style tactic.
Yeah. For sure.
No doubt.
My sister has them. And I think you look good. You should keep them.
First pitch to James in the dirt low. I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, if I were to wear these out, where would I go in these? Just like a cup of coffee? Library. Leah only wears them when it's on her computer, so everyone listening, she doesn't do it for style. She's legit. That's a strike. That fastball is right there right now for Toro.
But these aren't just any glasses.
No, they're definitely
these
not.
These have like a brown tint. Yeah, you're looking at yourself now.
Yeah.
Like there's a little bit of like yellow in
It's like
there.
a little cheetah print type of vibe.
Right.
It's called the tortoise.
The tortoise.
Pardon me. 1-1. James skies one foul into the bleachers, first base side.
I just can't really take you seriously when I look at you.
No, good thing we don't have a booth cam here. So I probably wouldn't have them on.
I wish you just showed up with them and didn't say anything.
I think I
Just
might
for that.
buy a pair. Seriously. All right, Leah just said she'll send me the link. I stare at screens too much anyway. But it's baseball tonight at Whitehouse Field. 1 out, nobody on. Harwich down by 2. 1-2 to James, up and away. 2-2. We're seeing a lot of that fastball from Toro, and Jim Lawler, the pitching coach, who signals the pitches to his starters from the dugout. I don't know why he would go away from it. It's really been working. 2-2. Breaking ball. James rips it. Fair ball down the left field line. This could be James's first extra base hit of the summer. It goes into the corner. Myatt digs it out, but not before a stand-up double for Sean James, and the M's have their first hit of the ball game.
There you go. Ripper down the line. And Sean James, that's got to feel good. Got to feel good for the Mariners as a team. He's pulled the hands in right there, and excellent piece of
From
contact.
Kent State, the center
Just
fielder,
snuck it over
number
the head
14,
of Harmony, playing
Micah
third for
Kirikoff.
Orleans. And here we go. A hit right now from Kirikoff could cut this lead in half in the bottom of the third. That's James's 10th hit in his 50th at-bat. Good to see him get going as the DH tonight. Kirikoff up for the first time. Right on right. Big hole on the right side of the infield. First pitch. Fastball. Man, that's a laser beam to that outside corner. Toro continues to get ahead of Harwich hitters.
Yeah, Kirikoff shook his head after that one.
Kirikoff, a 143 hitter. Batting ninth for the M's. 0-1. Swing and a foul. Micah was late on another fastball. This is impressive out of Toro. Gives up his first hit. It's an extra base hit to James, and he comes right after Kirikoff with back-to-back fastballs to get ahead.
And now the shift. There was a lot of 3 infielders on the left side of the second base bag. Magpok, the second baseman, goes back to the right side now. So no shift.
James not a huge steal threat. 0-2. Kirikoff lays off the third consecutive fastball from Toro. Micah in 24 games this summer, looking for that first big fly. 2 runs batted in, has a pair of doubles as well. Struggled at the plate for average, but he's walked 14 times to get on base with his speed. 1-2 coming from Toro. Swing and a high bouncer, first base side. A tough play for Cadiz. Kirikoff gets up the line quick, but not quick enough. A good pitch from Cadiz to the covering pitcher Toro, and that is a huge second out for Orleans as James goes second to third.
Yeah, I felt like that had a chance at maybe squeaking by
From
or
Vanderbilt,
Kirchhoff just beating
the
it
right
out.
fielder,
But
number
a big
21,
out for Orleans.
Nico
Even
Brini.
bigger at bat coming up for Brini right here.
Nico Brini now in his second straight summer with the Harwich Mariners. A kid who grew up coming to Cape League games. And Brini's hitting leadoff tonight for the second consecutive start. 0 for 1 thus far, man at third. Mariners down 2-0. First pitch, Brini squirts one towards shallow left field. Myatt comes in and makes the catch on the run. He was shifted even more down the line in that Brini at bat, and he hit it right to him. The Mariners strand a Sean James double and trail 2-0 after the first 3 on Cape League TV.
Back here at Whitehouse Field as we go to the fourth, and the Firebirds hold a 2-0 lead over the Mariners. And
Leading
a
off the
reminder
top
that
of the
Eastern
fourth for the
Propane
Firebirds
and
from
Oil
UC Santa
is proud to
Barbara.
recognize our
Center
hometown
fielder,
heroes
number
throughout the
5,
Cape. If you are
Rowan
active
Kelly.
duty military, a veteran police, fire, or EMT personnel, you are eligible for a discount. It's the top of the Orleans lineup, starting off with the left-handed hitting Rowan Kelly. New pitcher on the hill for the Mariners is TJ Zierman. He kicks and comes home. First pitch, curveball down in the dirt, and the count is 1-0 on Kelly. So the day is done for Jackson Peavy. He went 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, but he also hit 3 Firebird hitters. Zierman fires. Just missed down low with the fastball at 95 miles an hour, and the count's 2-0.
8 free passes, 2 hits in 3 innings. You know, he did not have good stuff tonight. The control was flat out erratic, but he only gave up 2 runs. That's just fine.
2-0. His chop foul down the first baseline, and the count is 2-1.
I think Harwich has been spoiled with a lot of length from their starting pitchers so far this summer. They get 3 tonight. You give up 2, you never want to see that, but the Mariners very much in the game, giving the ball now to Zierman, the best arm out of the Harwich bullpen this last month.
This is 5th appearance. 2-1. Is hit hard to center field, sinking. Kirchhoff comes in, though, and he makes the play at the head in plenty of time. And there's 1 gone. Zierman, a 2.08 ERA in 13 innings. 16 strikeouts to
From
12
UCLA,
walks.
the
And
first
he's fresh
baseman,
off
number
of his
30,
best outing
Dominic
of the
Cadiz.
season. That was on July 16th against Falmouth over at Gov Fuller Field when the Mariners took it over the Commodores. He went 5 innings, no runs, 4 strikeouts out of the pen. Also piggybacked off of Jackson Peavy.
In his last 9 innings, Zierman's not given up a run out of the Harwich bullpen.
He deals to Cadiz. Slider misses way outside. 1-0 on the number 2 hitter in the Firebird lineup. 2-0 Orleans over Harwich. Top of the fourth, one gone. Zierman brings his glove to a chest and fires. Slider misses outside once again, and it's 2-0. Cadiz has reached both times he's been up to the plate so far this evening, a walk in the first and a single in the second. He is just so dangerous every time he's at the plate. You feel like he's going to do something. 2-0. Inside, and Cadiz gets out of the way. 3-0. And this is what we saw from Jackson Peavy. Mentioned those 5 walks, 3 hit by pitches. The command was just a little bit all over the place, and you blink your eyes, you look up at the scoreboard, it was 2-0, 3-0. Here's the pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner with the fastball, 3-1.
Yeah, that's Zierman's best pitch. When in the right-on-right matchup, he throws that fastball that doesn't wiggle. It is just a straight line drive towards the outside corner. When he's really on, he's locating it.
3-1. Cadiz rips it into center field, but Kirikov comes in and he makes the play as his hat falls off. 2 putouts for Micah Kirikov, the center fielder, and there's 2 gone.
Yeah, good first step from Kirikov. That ball laser off the bat.
From San Diego.
Mariners and Zierman maybe caught a break.
Hitter,
if that's hit to any other part of the ballpark, might be
Adrian
extra
Beltre
bases for
Jr.
Cadiz. But for the first time in 3 at-bats, the Mariners able to send Cadiz back to the bench and keep him off the bases.
Yeah, and a minimum of 5 Firebirds hitters has come to the plate in each of the first 3 innings. Zierman flirting with a 1-2-3 frame here for the first time tonight. And he deals to Adrian Beltre pitch. Slider catches the bottom part of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. Beltre flew out to center in the first, and he was hit by a pitch in the second. Digs into the righty box. Here's the 0-1. Foul tapped right back here, and it comes real close to our mic down there. And it's 0-2.
I remember when you interviewed Zierman after his excellent outing out of the bullpen against Falmouth about a week ago. He was so humble and just grateful to be out here, and he also had that mindset of, I'm just learning out here from guys who are more experienced. Remember, Zierman's coming off a freshman season at UNC Wilmington, and he's an open book to talk to.
Here's the 0-2. Curveball, late hack, swing and a miss. That was beautiful from TJ Zierman. His first strikeout of the evening. Put that one to music. 2-0 Firebirds as we go to the bottom of the fourth.
No trip to Whitehouse Field would be complete without picking up some Mariners and Cape Cod baseball.
Back here at Whitehouse Field as we go to the bottom of the fourth, and the Mariners hold trail 2-0 to the Firebirds, and it's still Braden Toro on the hill for the Firebirds. He's working his 4th inning. So far has allowed just 1 Mariner hit, 3 strikeouts. He deals to the heart of the Harwich lineup, though, 2, 3, and 4, starting off with the righty Nate Castellone. Lights are on at Whitehouse Field. An excellent crowd on hand.
The third baseman, number 12.
And the Mariners are trying to get the bats going here as it's been a struggle fest over the last 4 games. M's have fell 4 straight times, coming off a 10-0 loss to Orleans just 24 hours ago. That was a run rule after 8 innings. Toro nods, kicks back, and he fires home. Castellón takes a strike on the outside corner, 83-mile-an-hour curveball, and it's 0-1.
And it continues to get tougher for Harwich. This is an Orleans team that beat them last night. They're last place in the Cape League.
Here's the 0-1. Castellón, line drive to right, base hit. Second knock of the evening for the Mariners, and the leadoff man is aboard for the first time for the M's here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, Castellón's kind of the trigger man. He's been the finisher of a lot of rallies. But when you can start an inning at this part of the order with Castellón, Smolinski, and then Kurland, I think the Mariners really like their chances. These are 3 guys that all independently have different ways of getting on base. Castellón is just a bat-to-ball hitter, singles heavy, sets the table for a power guy like Smolinski.
Has a league best 6 home runs from the left side. Pitch. There's a strike right down the middle, 0-1 on Smolinski. 6 homers, 17 RBIs, leads the team with 7 doubles. He's been doing it all for the Mariners. Trying to keep this train going here in the bottom of the 4th with Castellón off of first. Here's the 0-1. Way downstairs, and it gets by the catcher, and Castellón moves all the way up to second base. McDougal tried to bend down and glove it, but it squirted near the Orleans dugout.
This is one of those spots where, although Smolinski, like we just mentioned, has the power ability to tie this game in one swing, I think the way Harwich has been slumping, the lack of runs, at worst in this at-bat, just a ground ball to the right side.
Gotta get
that runner over and try and get one across and say, all right, we're alive here offensively.
Castellón leads. Here's the 1-1. Smolinski, line drive to center field. It's down for a base hit. Castellón had to hold up, so he holds on at third. It's a single for Smolinski, and the Mariners are in business. Runners on the corners with nobody out.
That's what he does. All parts of the ballpark, hits the ball on a line drive. And now you really got the table set for Cade Kurland. He's been swinging a hot bat, was the Cape Cod Baseball League Player of the Week
Florida,
last week.
The second baseman,
and a chance here to not only scratch one across,
Kurland,
but to potentially tie this game up, if not more, now into the middle innings.
See what the infield does here for the Firebirds. They're going to back up. Third baseman Harmony is playing in about 5 steps back of the infield grass. Big shift on the righty Kurland in the box. Hole on the right side of the infield. Pitch home. Is way upstairs. And it's 1-0. Kurland grounded out to third back in the second. A .250 average this summer. 2 homers and 7 RBIs. This would feel huge for the Mariners. Just get that momentum back on their side. A pair of hits in the inning. Here's the 1-0. That's it high in the air to right field, but playable. Larson comes in, and he makes the grab. Castellón bluffs the tag from third, and the throw goes home, but everyone stays put. And a big first out for the Firebirds in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, the right idea from Larson, trying to go the other way. There's a huge hole, but he couldn't put it on the ground. Gets
State,
under that one.
The left fielder, number
and an
31,
unproductive first
Paul
out. However,
Jones.
when you have him on first and third with nobody out, you still have a chance here for the sac fly or sacrifice ground out, either or for Jones. Jones, a big, powerful fly ball hitter, likes to pull the ball. See if you can just lay into one out to right field, but deep enough to score Castellón.
Hit 12 home runs this past season with Maryland. Pitch. And his way upstairs looked like a pitch out there almost to see if Smolinski maybe takes off from first.
Yeah, it was a pitch out. Smolinski, 9 stolen bases in a dozen attempts so far this summer. And these are the situations where Harwich has really thrived, sending the runner from first in first and third scenarios. I would not be surprised if Ty goes.
Here's the 1-0. Ty, no, he bluffs, pitches outside. And it's 2-0. He took off there, put his head down. It fooled me. But he holds on at first base. You also get rid of the double play if Smolinski takes second base. We've seen Paul Jones hit deep fly balls, like you were saying. Hit a foul home run a couple days ago here at Whitehouse Field. Has a double. His lone hit for the Mariners this summer, 1 for 11. Check back to Ty, a looping throw.
Yeah, 2 on the pitch clock there for Toro. This is the first time that Harwich is really getting against him. There was that 1-out double from Sean James back in the 3rd inning. But you start this inning with hit. You have him on the corners and nobody out. It's time to do some damage for Jones ahead in the count as well.
Here's the 2-0. No, a check back to Smolinski. This one with a little bit more intensity, but not in time. Keeping an eye on Smolinski. Like Luke said, he has 9 stolen bags so far this summer. It's the most on the lineup so far tonight. 2-0. Jones takes way outside 3-0 with Larson sitting on the bench and Peltier also not playing for the Mariners tonight. Those are the 2 best stolen base guys on the team. Smolinski 9 of 12 this season. Readjusts his glove over there at first base. Middle of the infield plate at double play depth, and now they're going to intentionally walk Paul Jones with the 3-0 count, and that sets up a force at every single base. So Jones at first, Castellone at third, and Smolinski up to second.
It makes sense. You don't want to waste another pitch if Toro's already down 3-0, but giving a team that's been struggling like Harwich another runner on base this early in the game, you see that a lot in maybe extra innings or a do-or-die situation, not in the 4th inning.
Pitch to Stockman. And his slashed foul down the right field line, over the fence and into the stands. It looked like a fan maybe came close to catching it. It looks like everyone's okay.
It took a big ricochet off something, ended up almost bouncing back into play. Everyone's smiling over there, so hope they're all right.
Maybe just a souvenir. Here's the 0-1. Stockman swings and misses a big hack, and it's 0-2. Stockman is 2 for his first 9 with the Mariners, has played just 3 games. Struck out back in the second. A big frame, the catcher today for Harwich. Can he come through with the bases loaded? Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Slider way outside, and Stockman right on over it. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Firebirds. Bases still loaded.
That is 2 strikeouts in 2 plate appearances with a total of 6 pitches. Lowell,
the first baseman,
in Stockman's first 2 at-bats tonight.
O'Leary.
That one hurts a little bit more than the 2-out nobody on strikeout to end the 2nd inning. And it's all up to Sean O'Leary. He's been really good in these 2-out RBI spots this summer.
Trying to come through, bases still loaded. Here's the pitch. O'Leary takes downstairs, and the count is 1-0. He's 7 for 25 with runners in scoring position this summer. That's a .280 average. And now it looks like Jim Lawler, the pitching coach, is out of the Orleans dugout. Takes a slow trot out to the mound. This is the first time tonight that we've seen Braden Toro really deal with some adversity. Not everything's going his way. He's given up 2 hits in the inning. Then they intentionally walked Paul Jones after the 3-0 count to load the bases and set up the force at every bag. And he just struck out Tucker Stockman for a big second out in the inning.
I think what Lawler's saying to him right now is, although everything that Milo just said about you upstairs in the press box is true, you're 1 pitch away from leaving the bases loaded, and sometimes that's even more momentum than a 1-2-3 inning. Now, you'd rather have the stress-free, the low pitch count, but for a Harwich offense that really lit a fire to start this inning with back-to-back hits, it's a little tense.
1-0. O'Leary grounds it right side. Cadiz dives, bounces off of his glove, and everyone's safe. Castellone to score. Smolinski behind him. Throw is bobbled, and Smolinski's safe. 2 runs come in to score, and we're all tied up. O'Leary put the ball in play, and good things happen. 2-2.
2-out RBI king. And you hear the term a bruiser a lot in basketball or football. Sean O'Leary is the muscle of this team. He puts the ball in play, he executes with 2 outs, and the Mariners, in 2 separate occasions on that same at-bat, put pressure on an Orleans defense. You make Cadiz lay out for the dive, Smolinski puts the pressure on Magpok for the throw, and this game is tied.
Here's Sean James, already has a hit today, pitch. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Jones moved up to second base on that play. Big time hitting from Sean O'Leary. And that hit was more than just an 2 RBI single. That just took a weight off of everyone's back. Here's the 0-1. way outside. Nice block by the catcher, McDougal. 1-1. They've been waiting for that hit with the bases loaded. 2 outs. You felt like it was going away once again, but Sean O'Leary put the ball in play. Cadiz almost with an excellent play, but it just bounced out of his glove. Here's the 1-1 to James. Breaking ball on the ground to shortstop. Comiskey's there. He gloves, gears up for the throw, and it's on time to first. And that does it here in the bottom of the 4th. But the Mariners bring home 2 runs after a Sean O'Leary unorthodox 2 RBI single. We head to the 5th, now tied up at 2 on Cape League TV.
For more than 30 years of
We go to the top of the 5th on a beautiful night here at Whitehouse Field, now tied up at 2-2 after a Sean O'Leary 2 RBI single in the bottom of the 4th. It just put the ball in play. Castellón came in to score, and then Smolinski on his horse all the way from second on a ball that didn't even leave the infield. He came in to score. Lights are on, and we're ready for the 5th as TJ Zierman still on the hill for the Mariners in his 2nd inning of relief. He dealt the first 1-2-3 frame back in the 4th.
Off the top of the 5th,
a fly out to Roland
Orleans,
Kelly,
a
line out off of Dom
16,
Cadiz's bat,
Tyler
and then he struck out Adrian Beltre on what some would say is a sword swing. He deals to Tyler Myatt. Pitch is a swing and a miss. Another awkward hack. That ball went about 58 feet. And it's 0-1 on the cleanup man and lefty hitting left fielder.
I think it's time for Zierman to just look at this outing in relief as a start. The Mariners are going to look for some length. He started in the 4th inning with the top of the order. So you can just say it's 0-0 now.
The 0-1 pitch is a curveball called to strike down the middle. 0-2. I mean, he's been getting hot. We like to say hitters get hot. TJ Zierman has been a beast as of late.
All of his arsenal has been working.
0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with the off-speed. Second strikeout for TJ Zierman. 4 up, 4 down for the reliever, and there's 1 gone.
From San Diego State.
It's the top of the 5th here at Whitehouse Field, meaning it's Trident Trivia time. And the question of the evening is, which 2026 WBC team featured the most former Mariners?
That is the World Baseball Classic, and that was this season. I'm going to guess the USA.
Pitch to Magbach is a fastball strike on the inside corner, 0-1. I'm going to have to agree with you. I mean,
we're in the States here. I will say that the foreign outreach of the Cape League continues to grow year after year. It's really special.
0-1 to Magbach is a curveball strike at the knees, and TJ Zierman's feeling it. Maybe, I mean, there's Great Britain. I'm trying to think of all the teams that were in there. Italy could be a sneaky one. 0-2. In on the hands, foul down the left field line. Out of play.
I love how Zierman just goes after hitters, though. He gets Myatt with a 3-pitch strikeout, and you look down, maybe you check your text messaging app in the stands, and it's 0-2 just like that, again on Magpie.
0-2. Fought off foul right back here. That cannot feel too good for Magbach as he takes a little lap around the box. The switch hitter batting lefty now after facing Peavy 2 times from the right side. Zierman the 0-2. Upstairs. That one at 97 on the gun out there and right.
He's confident. Look how quick he's working. I mean, he's not even catching his breath, and I like it. The offense just scored their first couple runs in what seems like forever.
1-2. Strike 3 called. Got him frozen with the curveball again. Back-to-back strikeouts for TJ Zierman, and there's 2 away.
Make it 3 strikeouts in a row if you go back to the 4th inning. Zierman, A-plus stuff, and it's not like he's just got it tonight. His scoreless 4th inning made it 10 consecutive innings without giving up a run, and he's off to a dominant strikeout start here for the first 2 outs in the 5th.
He's just strutting around the mound tonight. Here's the pitch. A slow tapper weakly foul up the first baseline off of Tyler Harmony's bat, and the lefty has to run back into the box.
We talked about it early in the 2nd and 3rd inning, where when you're slumping like the Mariners on this 4-game skid, it doesn't feel like you can do much right. Everything is a little bit more tense. You're overanalyzing things. You just want to get guys on, but you seem to not be able to do it. You want to throw strikes. Seemed like Peavy, who's done that a lot this summer, couldn't execute. But now you're feeling a little bit of a sigh of relief, and that's parlayed with momentum. It feels like there's a spark in this ballpark. Zierman's gone out there, and he's done his job in an inning and 2/3.
0-1 is a curveball strike at the knees. 0-2. Zierman is trying to go 6 up, 6 down. He came in the 4th, the 1-2-3 frame then, and he's also trying to strike out the side. He comes set at the belt. Here's the 0-2. Down in the dirt. Tried to get Harmony really to chase there. He held back.
Pitch away from striking out the side.
Yep. Pitch away from striking out 4 straight batters. He takes a deep breath on the hill. Here's the 1-2. Poked foul down the left field line. Out of play. 2-2 Firebirds and Mariners. Top of the 5th. 2 gone. Harwich tied it up in the last of the 4th after a Sean O'Leary 2 RBI single. Here's the 1-2. Inside, and Harmony has to get out of the way. 3 Firebird hitters have already been hit tonight. All 3 off of Jackson Peavy's arm, the starter for the Mariners. Peavy went 3 innings, 5 walks, 5 Ks, 2-2. Strike 3 called. TJ Zierman, 4 straight strikeouts, 6 up, 6 down, and we head to the bottom of the 5th. Still tied up at 2. TJ Zierman, take a bow, and we'll be right back on Cape League TV. Welcome back to Whitehouse Field here at a packed Whitehouse Field on what is a gorgeous Thursday afternoon. Fans are taking it in from the bleachers down the right and left field lines, but also in the outfield here at the home of the Harwich Mariners as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-2 the score, Firebirds and Mariners. It's still Braden Torr, the starter on the hill for the Firebirds. The
Leading
righty
off the bottom of the fifth inning
has
for the
dealt
Mariners. From
4
Kent
innings
State,
to this point.
the center fielder, number 14.
And the Mariners finally got to him in the last
Kirikov.
inning. Sean O'Leary with the 2 RBI single. Brought home Castellón and Smolinski. 9-1-2 in the Harwich lineup. Starting off with the right-handed hitting Micah Kirikov. He twirls his black bat in the box. Toro comes set with his green glove at his belt. Long pause from the righty. He kicks back. Here's the first pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Good to see TJ Zierman shutting down this Firebirds lineup. Came in relief for Jackson Beebe. He's dealt 2 perfect innings. 6 up, 6 down, 4 strikeouts. 0-1. Another strike with a fastball in the outside corner. And it's 0-2.
Yeah, those are beauties. That's about as far as the strike zone's going to go. But he's right there catching a piece of it. And the fastball has been located very effectively tonight.
What does he go to here? Toro, 0-2. High drive, deep to left field. Myatt back on the track. That ball is gone. First home run of the season for Micah Kirikov. And the Mariners have the lead. 3-2, bottom of the fifth.
Mariner home run and another $500.
Down 0-2 in the count, and Kirikov grip it and rip it. Got a center cut heater and did not miss it. A great sign to see him get rewarded for all of the good at-bats that he's put up as of late. And he'll remember that one, the first of the summer, over the fence.
Oh, that's got to feel good. A hanging breaking ball. Full swing. Myatt turned. It looked like he had a chance to jump up, but it was a little too far past his glove. And Harwich with a 3-2 lead. Here's Nico Brini, the leadoff man. Shows bunt, and he tries to get it down the first base line, but it's foul.
Starting to see a little bit of change here. Kirikov puts one over the fence. The M's up to 5 hits in just the 5th inning now. Harwich, over this 4-game losing streak, has been averaging less than 5 hits per game. A lot of life here in the home crowd. Kirikov, an energy guy that can light up the dugout with a big hit like that. And you take the lead.
There's the 0-1. Brainy swings and misses, 0-2. Man, you just got to feel good for Micah Kirikov. He's been grinding all summer long. Came in with just a 143 batting average. Now he's up to 3 RBIs. Been here since the very, very start of the summer. First day. 0-2. Way outside. And he's been putting together a show on defense most of the season out there. MAC Defensive Player of the Year this past year at Kent State. And he's coming through now at the plate for the Mariners. Here's the 1-2 to Nico Brini. Swing and a miss on a curveball in the dirt. Drop third strike. McDougal gloves. He fires to first in time. Brini was running down the line. And there's the first out.
Got to keep the pressure on while Toro's still in the game. It's been a really nice start for him. He's given Orleans length, but 2 runs in the 4th inning for Harwich. A run already with just 1 out. And the top of the Mariner lineup.
Castellón.
These are the chances where if Kelly Nicholson's going to leave his starter in and the M's are starting to square him up, you want to do the damage now. And remember, Harwich has maybe the best reliever in Cape Cod who's cooking right now to go as far as he can the rest of the way in TJ Zierman.
There's the pitch to Castellón. He fouls it down the right field line. 0-1. Toro has faced the Mariners now 3 times. And maybe the Mariners are starting to get to him now. Here's the 0-1. Castellón fouls it right back. It's 0-2. 3-2 M's over the Firebirds. Bottom of the 5th, 1 away. Castellón, the number 2 hitter and righty in the box for Harwich. Toro kicks back. Here's the 0-2. Curveball in the dirt, 1-2. It's got to feel good for Harwich to get the offense jolted here at Whitehouse Field. It's been a while since the bats have broken out 3 runs over the last 30-plus innings. Now 3 tonight, 3 in the last 2 innings. Here's the 1-2. Popped up, right side, out of play, foul. The at-bats are better as of late for the Mariners in these last couple of innings. Now up to 5 hits on the night.
Castellón really got this going with his leadoff single in the 4th. Came around to score on that 2-ribby knock from O'Leary.
There's the 1-2. Down in the dirt, and Castellón checked his swing. So 2-2.
For a guy that's not so big in Castellón, he swings violently, swings through the ball, but he also has just the hand-eye coordination, the bat skills to hold off on a pitch like that.
In full control. Here's the 2-2. And Castellón swings and misses. Strike 3. And there's 2 away, and it seemed like every single Firebird player thought that was out number 3, including Toro. It's just out number 2, and by the way, they have to face Ty Smolinski.
The shortstop, number 22.
You can look at this 2 different ways. I think that
Smolinski.
Braden Toro leaving the start, if he can go 5 innings of 3-run baseball against the M's lineup, Harwich has hit him 5 times, he's going to be really confident. This would be his best start of the summer, definitely his best against the Mariners. But for Harwich, Toro's had his best stuff tonight. We've seen that from the start. His location's been excellent. The velocity, we've seen it higher than normal. And the Mariners are going to have the lead after 5.
Pitch to Smolinski is a curveball that runs inside for a strike. Hits the corner, 0-1. Yeah, and you got to feel extra good. Credit to Zierman for working such a quick inning. When the bats got going, he noticed that and fired in strikes. 0-1 is way downstairs, and it's 1-1. The bats are starting to get going. You got to get it back to them. And Zierman took that assignment and passed with flying colors. 1-1's the count on Smolinski. 1 run already in the inning off the Kirikov solo shot. 3-2 Mariners now lead it. There's the pitch. Curveball misses outside. 2-1. Smolinski is 1 for 2 on the day. Strikeout in the 1st, and he singled and scored in the 4th. 2-1. Hit up the middle. It has eyes for center field. Backhanded by Magbach. Gets to his feet. Throws. Way not in time. Smolinski beats out an infield single. And the Mariners keep it rolling on offense. A 2-out runner on in the bottom of the 5th.
That's more like it. Another multi-hit effort for Smolinski. He really makes this offense go. Got to give credit to Adam Magbach. That was a pretty smooth slide up the middle. Got it on the backhand. And Ty has speed. I would say there's a couple other Mariners where if it was that same result, Magbach's throw was good enough to potentially throw someone out. But that's not the case for 22 with a big lead off of first.
Here's Curlin trying to come through. Pitch is popped up foul down the right field line. 0-1 on Curlin, who's 0 for 2 today. A ground out and a fly out. Smolinski definitely a running threat. Has 9 stolen bases on the year. 3rd most on the team. Most in the lineup tonight, as we were talking about before. Peltier and Larson, the 2 most, are on the bench. Check back to Ty. He was leaning, throw not in time. Nobody warming up in the Mariner bullpen. Some stirring is happening. TJ Zierman probably going to come out for his 3rd inning of relief. He's a long relief guy. 0-1. Runner goes, pitches outside, throw to second is in time. That was a pitch out. They knew Smolinski was going to run, and McDougal held out the glove, caught it, and fired a dart over to second base. And he beat Smolinski by a couple feet. But the Mariners take the lead, a solo shot from Micah Kirikov, and we head to the 6th, now 3-2 on Cape League TV. Back here at Whitehouse Field, as the Mariners now hold a 3-2 lead over the Firebirds after the Micah Kirikov solo shot in the bottom of the 5th. TJ Zierman still on the hill for the Mariners, the righty in his 3rd inning of relief. And a reminder that Netting Pro Stadionic is the official netting and facility solutions partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. When it comes to netting and building iconic sports facilities, it's Netting Pro Stadionic, making sports facilities iconic. 7, 8, and 9 in the Orleans lineup, starting with the right-handed hitting shortstop Casey
Leading out
Comiskey.
the top of the 6th inning for Orleans.
Sun is setting here at Whitehouse Field. Lights are fully on.
31, Casey Comiskey.
TJ Zierman on the hill has faced 6. He's set down 6 in a row. 4 strikeouts. 4 strikeouts in a row. Pitch is a breaking ball. Strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
And that's why. Getting ahead early. We've seen a lot of first pitch fastballs, but the breaking pitch has been just as effective when he's locating all of his arsenal. He talked to you in the interview about adding a changeup as well to his repertoire.
There's the 0-1. There's a slider that misses outside. I mean, he was working on it all summer long. He used it for the first time this past game against Falmouth a couple days ago. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball up to 94, and it's 1-2.
And that is another beauty of the Cape League. Zierman straight up said, I didn't know how to throw a changeup, and I just asked some of the guys when we were hanging out in the bullpen. I got a few pointers. It was like, now I'm fairly confident throwing it in a Cape League game. So it's not just the coaches here, it's your teammates.
The 1-2 curveball, strike 3, called. 5 straight strikeouts for TJ Zierman.
Hitters don't know what's coming, and Zierman is strutting out there. He had his back turned to the hitter Comiskey before the home plate umpire even rang him up. That's 5 in a row.
Oh, my.
See if he can keep this thing going.
Now he faces Ryan McDougal. Pitch is a broken bat flare. Shallow center field. Kirikov in, Smolinski back, and Smolinski makes the play over the shoulder. So that breaks the strikeout streak. But it's still 8 up, 8 down for TJ Zierman, and 2 quick gone here in the top of the 6th.
This is a clinic because when you saw a guy off like this on a first pitch jam shot, that bat went splintering about 45 feet. That's just abuse. That's a fastball that's up and in on a hitter. McDougal not early enough on it, can't get the barrel to it, and a clean break of the bat. I mean, why do you need to strike him out if you can get him out on one pitch? Keep Zierman in the game for the rest of the night.
Yeah. Deals to Larson. Pitch is outside. 1-0. An Orleans player in the dugout picked up the barrel there, smiling with that black and red barrel. TJ Zierman's ready on the mound. Comes set. Deep breath. Here's the pitch. Hit hard to the right side, but it's gobbled up by O'Leary, the first baseman. He takes it to the bag himself. 9 up, 9 down for TJ Zierman, and he's sprinting off the mound after he tried to cover first. Get the Mariners back hidden. They will do just that in the bottom of the 6th, right after this on Cape League TV.
For sales and rentals of
We head to the bottom of the 6th here at Whitehouse Field, and the Mariners hold a 3-2 lead over the Firebirds. So glad you're joining us on this gorgeous Thursday evening. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Milo Hoffman. It's still the righty starter for the Firebirds, Braden Toro, towing the slab. And he deals to 4, 5, and 6 in the Harwich lineup. And that starts with Cade Curlin, the righty hitting second baseman. Curlin was up to the plate in the 5th.
Leading off
but
the bottom of the
Smolinski was
6th
caught
inning
stealing,
for Harwich
so a fresh
from
count
Florida.
here for Curlin.
The second baseman, number 11, Cade Curland.
3-2 Harwich over Orleans. A 2 RBI single from Sean O'Leary and a solo shot, first home run of the season for Micah Kirikoff. Toro wobbles on the mound with his green glove, kicks back. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball called to strike over the outer half, and it's 0-1. 77 miles an hour on the gun there. Toro goes up to 94-95, so he takes about 20 miles an hour off for his curveball. 0-1 is in the dirt. Another curveball. This one not close.
The longest that Toro has gone this summer was on the 15th of July, 4 innings and 1/3. And he had not gone over 3 innings before that start. So he's really catching stride, getting some length all the way in the 6th tonight. This has been impressive out of him.
He's ready for the 1-1. Here's the offering. Curlin swings and misses. Another curveball. So 3 straight off speeds to begin this at-bat. And the count is 1-2. Back against Harwich on July 22nd. Toro went 5 innings, allowed no runs. So into the 6th here. 1-2. Is way upstairs at the heat. There's the 94-mile-an-hour pitch. And it's 2-2. Some stirring over in the Firebird bullpen down the right field line. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball just barely misses downstairs. Curlin took that one all the way. A few steps now outside the righty box. 3-2's the count on Curland. 3-2's the score. Mariners over the Firebirds. There's the payoff. Line drive to right center field. That gets down for a base hit. Curland around first. It's fielded by Kelly and thrown back in. A leadoff single here to begin the bottom of the 6th. And the ball gets away from the first baseman, Cadiz, on a throw in, and Curland up to second. And Kelly Nicholson, the Orleans manager, was walking out on the field while the ball was practically still in play.
He's going to the bullpen.
He's going to the bullpen for sure. So Curland laced the single to right center. It was fielded by Kelly, thrown back in, and Magbach had it, threw back to first, and it was awry. Cadiz was not expecting that. And Curland up to second, and Orleans to the bullpen. Still in the bottom of the 6th, 3-2 Mariners. We'll be right back on Cape League TV. Still here in the bottom of the 6th. Cade Curlin leads off of second base after a single and advanced to second on the error from the Firebirds second baseman, Adam Magbach. New pitcher on the hill is Harrison Thayer. He's making his third appearance so far this summer in 5 innings. 5 strikeouts, no walks, just 2 earned runs. He did make a start the last time he pitched against YD on July 16th. 4 innings, just 1 run allowed. He's a righty that stands 6'3", 170 pounds. And it looks like he's done with his warm-ups. It'll be Paul Jones, the lefty for the Mariners, in the box. Harwich up 3-2 over
State,
the Firebirds.
The left fielder.
Trying to tack
number
on
31,
some more.
Paul Jones.
Really good start out of Braden Toro. 5 innings, 7 hits, only walked 1 Mariner, though. He's really made a slumping Harwich team hit him. The Mariners have come to life offensively. Those 7 hits are a really good sign, but they need more. Only up by 1 here in the middle innings.
Pitch to Jones is a first pitch strike on the outside corner, 82-mile-an-hour off speed. His fastball, Thayer, sits in the low 90s, slider low 80s, and the changeup in the mid 80s. He fires home the 0-1. Jones takes in the dirt. Nice block by the catcher, McDougal. Curland is ready to run, as proven by the error on Magbach. Heads up, and he got to second base. It was a routine single to right center. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Jones swings and misses. High fastball right on by.
Big at-bat here. You got a chance to double the lead in this inning. Another one of these spots for Harwich where it's just small ball at this point. Ground ball to the right side, fly ball to right field, get Curlin to third any way possible.
There's the pitch. Jones cuts and misses, strike 3. And there's the first strikeout for Thayer. First out recorded for him out of the bullpen, and the first out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, Thayer, the pitch before the punch-out pitch, threw a high fastball. Jones bit. He said, why not just call
From
on that
Southern
again?
Mississippi,
Power
the catcher,
hitters and their
number
eyes,
36,
they really light up
Tucker
when they see
Stockman.
the high heat. Thayer's able to pump it in there quick enough where Jones couldn't connect.
Here's Tucker Stockman, the catcher. Pitch home. Way upstairs, and McDougal has to reach up and throw up a prayer to bring that one in. 1-0 on Stockman. He's 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts tonight. Curland off of second base, 3-2 Harwich. 1-0. Stockman grounds it up the middle. Shortstop Comiskey's there, though. Goes to his left field and throws to first in time. Curland up to third base. It was a weak ground ball. Comiskey had to charge it, and he gloved and threw pretty easily.
Here we go again. This is nearly identical to the 4th inning, where Harwich had a man in scoring position. You wanted it to potentially be a one-out runner in third spot.
baseman,
It didn't
18,
work out to be that
Sean
way.
O'Leary.
And now the same thing in the 6th. Sean O'Leary, the hitter, he came through with a 2 RBI single. Can he do it again?
That's from the lefty side. Here's the pitch. Just misses outside with the changeup. And the count is 1-0. O'Leary is tied for 4th on the team with 8 two-out hits, hitting .333 in these situations. Here's the 1-0. Way upstairs.
I think that Sean O'Leary, the way he is going, and the consistency that he's brought, it's not the Ty Smolinski dominant consistency, but I think that there is an argument that he should maybe be in this lineup every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's a grinder. He's been here since day 1. 2-0. O'Leary crushes it to right center field. Base hit. Curland in to score. Long turnaround first for O'Leary, but he holds on there. A ribby single. How about 3 RBIs on the night for O'Leary, and it's 4-2 Mariners.
He's the best 2-out hitter on this team. There's really no other way to put it. That's now his 12th run batted in. We were just mentioning that he does not play every day, but when he's gotten spots exactly like this, where you need a hit to score that run, O'Leary has been the best Mariner and continues to be the best Mariner. He's the difference in the ball game tonight.
He's driven in 3 of the 4 runs. Here's the pitch to James. Outside. Count is 1-0. big two-out hitting from Sean O'Leary. And after the Mariners were down 2-0, after 2 second-inning runs for the Firebirds, Harwich is up 4-2. Pitch to James. Is a breaking ball with good movement at the bottom half of the zone, called a strike.
Got to give some credit to this guy as well. He had the first hit of the game, that extra base hit in the third, his first double of the summer. Kind of showed the rest of this dugout. You can hit the starter, Toro, and there were 6 hits after him.
Pitch home. Just misses upstairs. A fastball at 91. O'Leary's moving with some confidence over there at first base. Only has 2 stolen bags on the season. Just trying to make as many impact plays as he can. 2-1. There's a strike at the knees, a sidestep pitch there. And the count is 2-2.
Bottom of the order tonight for the M's. Kirikoff with a blast. James with a double. O'Leary, the best player for the M's. 3 runs batted in. Those guys all hit in the final 3 for Harwich. Type of performance you need to get out of a losing streak.
The 2-2 curveball popped in the air to right field. Larson is there. He comes in a few steps, and he makes the play. And that does it here in the bottom of the 6th. But Harwich brings home an RBI single from Sean O'Leary. How about 3 ribbies on the night for O'Leary? And it's 4-2 Mariners
Fans,
as we go to the 7th on
keys,
Cape League
it
TV.
has 2 keys and a blue key.
Back here, Whitehouse Field, 4-2 Mariners over the Firebirds as we go to the 7th, and it's still TJ Zierman on the hill for Harwich. We mentioned the trivia question back in the 5th. Which Mariner players were most featured on the WBC teams this past year? We both guessed USA. Brought up a
Leading
few
off
other
the top
teams.
of the 7th inning
USA,
for
your
the
final
Firebirds
guess?
from UC Santa Barbara, the center fielder.
I'm going to
number 5,
backdoor change
Rowan
my
Kelly.
answer
Oh, okay.
at the very last second.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say Italy.
Italy, okay. I like that guess. Pitch. Oh, sorry, not pitch. The answer is Italy. Here's the pitch. Inside. Wow. I talked about Italy.
You know the one that
Aaron
did it for me?
What?
It was Joe LaSorsa.
Mm.
Just remembered him being a Mariner.
Yeah. It went back into the archives, 1-0. Zierman, a fastball in the outside corner to Rowan Kelly, the leadoff man.
It really does put into perspective the longevity and the greatness of this league. That's where the respect comes from. Cape Cod's such a nice place. All the guys gravitate here because of the coaching and the beaches.
The 1-1 way in the dirt. How about Adam Ottavino,
Stud.
former Yankee?
Kyle Teal.
Love that guy. Ottavino, a Brooklyn native.
So Ottavino is no longer playing in the big leagues, though.
No, he's a TV presence.
NBC.
NBC, ESPN, I've seen him too.
Okay.
Saw him on air a couple nights ago. The 2-1 is lined to left. There was a base hit for Rowan Kelly. So he's aboard to start off the 7th here for the Firebirds. They trail 4-2. I saw Ottavino, believe, on the Cubs game a couple nights ago on ESPN.
From
He's
UCLA.
good. I mean, he had such a long
30,
big league career.
Dominic
Yes.
Cadiz.
Oh, he was nasty. I mean, that slider, he rocked number 0 for the Yankees. He played on the Rockies, the Mets. I mean, got around.
Played in the bigs since 2010.
Been around the block.
862 strikeouts.
Pitch to Cadiz. This is outside. That hit, by the way, first hitter to reach against TJ Zierman. He had 9 up, 9 down before that, starting in the 4th inning. It's been money. Trying to shut down Cadiz here in the Firebirds. 1-0. Runner goes. Pitch is in the dirt. Nice scoop by the catcher, Tuck Stockman, but he could not make the throw to second. So a stolen base now for Kelly, his 7th on the season, and the Firebirds are trying to claw back.
Yeah, and I think that they're going to give Harwich everything they can handle. This is a Harwich team that's slumping, and they're fighting to get out of this losing streak. It almost has playoff vibes tonight as we enter the later innings because Orleans is fighting for a playoff spot, and they're so far out of one that the mentality is we got to win every single night.
The 2-0, and Cadiz takes a strike on the outside corner.
Game 32 of a 40-game regular season. Orleans just 9 wins in the first 30 games so far. It's game 32 for Harwich. Orleans has a makeup coming next week, a game that Harwich, or a date that Harwich played on, but nonetheless, Orleans got to win.
There's the 2-1. Cadiz pokes it on the right side. That squeaks into right, a base hit. Kelly around third, he gets the wave, and the throw goes into second base. It's an RBI single for Dom Cadiz. Second knock of the night for the UCLA product, and it's 4-3 Harwich.
This top of the order is deadly. Last night, the top of the order for Orleans, the first 3, Kelly, Cadiz, and Beltre Jr., combined for 7 hits in 12 plate appearances. Kelly has been on 3 times tonight. He just scored on the Cadiz hit. This is now the 3rd time Cadiz has been on. He's up to 2 hits and 2 runs batted in. It really doesn't make sense because they've been this good all summer long, especially with Myatt on deck as the cleanup hitter, how this team has been so strugglesome offensively.
Another guy who's been swinging it well, Beltre takes a first pitch inside, 1-0, 89 miles an hour there from Zierman. And yeah, I mean, you look up and down the lineup, Kelly hitting 288, Cadiz 302, Beltre 295, Myatt 287. Here's the 1-0. Beltre takes upstairs, 2-0.
So now you want to steer the ship. Orleans gave Harwich a little bit of their own medicine. Orleans in last place with stolen bases on the Cape. Harwich in first, but the leadoff hit from Kelly, he runs. Then it just takes a Cadiz punch single the other way to score him. Now you got the tying run on with nobody out. Zierman not throwing strikes.
And Beltre takes a strike on the inside corner. There it is.
That is a great pitch.
95 painted on the inside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike to Beltre. 4-3 Mariners. Orleans not going to go anywhere in this one. Beat them 10-0 last night at Eldridge Park. An 8-inning run rule win. Here's the 2-1. High and tight with an off speed. 3-1.
Yeah, Zierman has not lost a hitter in his 3 innings so far on a walk. Beltre, an easy hitter to maybe pick around. He's been hitting the ball so hard as of late, but it's just not the time to do so. A 1-run lead in the 7th.
5-game hit streak, and he takes ball 4 on the outside portion. So he's aboard for the 2nd time tonight. He was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd, and Zierman is working himself into some trouble here in the top of the 7th.
No action
From
just
Tennessee,
yet in the Mariner bullpen, but a bunch
16,
of guys were just kind of messing around
Myatt.
and right on cue. That looks like the lefty out of Elon, Tommy Mitchell, starting to loosen up. I mean, this is his first time going out there. He's going to start stretching now.
Yeah. Here's Myatt. He swings and misses. 0-1. And Zierman, the last time he pitched against Falmouth, I mean, 5 innings, just 2 hits. Someone that can really go a lot of distance out of the pen. Here's the 0-1. That's downstairs. 1-1.
That was a really good take from Myatt because he bid on the first one, and that was the double play pitch that Zierman was looking for him to roll over the breaking ball at the ankles.
Here's the Zierman offering. Just misses outside, barely. 2-1. Jeff Kinney didn't budge the home plate umpire. Double play ball would do wonders right now for the Mariners. Here's the 2-1. Curveball outside, and it's 3-1. We've seen the Firebirds load the bases twice already tonight. That came in the same inning back in the second. Big pitch here. There's the 3-1. High and wide, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with nobody out in the top of the 7th. Harwich with a slim 4-3 lead.
Yeah, it's starting to get sticky. Zierman has earned the trust for the late call to the bullpen, but he's not gotten out in the first 4 hitters in the 7th inning. One already in. Pitching coach Hunter Dilworth going to talk things over with him. I think that he needs to maybe discuss Zierman's command along with just buying some time for Tommy Mitchell in the bullpen. TJ gave the Mariners 3 innings of 9 up, 9 down with 5 strikeouts. But certain guys, they can tend to run into a wall. TJ has not been one of them. This inning started with the very top of the Orleans lineup, and it's just 4 really solid hitters that are all all-star caliber players out here on Cape Cod. On the bright side, it does get a little easier. You have a 7 for 51 Adam Magpok coming up. Harmony, who's only played 6 games with the team on deck. This would be the part of the order where maybe you do surrender the tying run, but you're looking for a double play ball. You're looking for the first out of the inning. Any way to leave the 7th without trailing. I think the Harwich Mariners are fine with a 4-4 game getting out of here with them loaded and nobody out.
Zierman deals to Magpok, the lefty pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. There was already a bases-loaded double play. That was back in the 2nd inning off of Garrett Larson's bat. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard to shortstop. Smolinski there. Fields goes to second. 1. Relay to first. Is not in time.
Curlin's got to turn that a little bit quicker with Magpok's speed. It's a really tough throw, throwing across his body, but this is tailor-made because the ball's hard hit to Smolinski. He doesn't have to wait on it, and you get a second look on the replay. It's just a 2-hopper, and Cade kind of takes his time, and that ball's just got to have a little bit more mustard on it.
The third baseman, number 14, Tyler Harmony.
So now Tyler Harmony is up. Runners on the corners with 1 gone, top of the 7th. And it looks like a meeting. They're down the third baseline. Talking over the situation here. 4-4 now, tied up. Firebirds and Mariners, top of the 7th, 1 gone. Zierman has worked himself into some trouble. It was a single to start off by Rowan Kelly. He stole. Then another single by Cadiz brought Kelly home. A walk to Beltre. Another walk to Myatt. And Adam Magpok just grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice that brought home another run in Cadiz. Here's the pitch. Harmony shows bunt, and he doesn't get it down. It's a strike on the outside corner. Maybe he caught a piece of his bat for a foul.
Probably a good thing for Orleans that he didn't get that bunt down, because if you're going to do the suicide squeeze play here, Beltre's got to be about 60% down the line when he gets that bunt down. Beltre wasn't even close.
Here's the 0-1. Shows bunt again, and that one is downstairs. He pulls back.
So the Mariners are going to bring Castellón all the way down the line from third. O'Leary's going to crash from first. Therefore, Cade Kurland over from second is going to have to cover first base for any play there.
Here's the 1-1. Harmony shows bunt. He pops it on a hop back to Zierman Fields, and he can't make the throw to home. Beltre comes in to score. Everyone else is safe, and the Firebirds take the lead right back. It's 5-4.
Some small ball, and man, that was effective. A really good call from the coaching staff of Orleans. Kelly Nicholson playing to win here, and a 3-run 7th inning gives Orleans the lead. This is just
From
a
Southern New
fantastic
Hampshire,
bunt. It
the
puts
shortstop,
pressure
number
on the
31,
defense.
Casey Comiskey.
I don't think that the M's even get Beltre's dive at the plate if Zierman fields that properly. But the job's not finished. Orleans now has the lead, and they could blow this game open.
A little suicide squeeze. Here's Comiskey. Both runners go. Throw to third is not in time. Oh, boy. Tyler Myatt swipes third base, and Harmony moves up to second. And Orleans is putting the pedal to the metal here in the top of the 7th. 2 runners in scoring position now. And Comiskey is up. He already has a hit today. Nice throw there from Stockman. Infield in pitch is popped up. Foul territory, right side. O'Leary is there. He camps under, and he makes the two-handed grab. A big second out in the frame. Both runners stay put.
That will do the trick. Just as good as a strikeout. The infield pop-up.
The catcher, number 39.
Got to keep this a one-run game.
McDougal.
The margins are so slim in this McDougal at-bat. A one-run game, Harwich due up in the bottom of the 7th compared to McDougal poking a base hit, and you're staring down the barrel at a 3-run Orleans lead with just 3 more trips to the plate.
Pitch is popped up foul down the left field line. 0-1. Firebirds have some grit to them. After the Mariners storm all the way back with runs in the 4th, 5th, and 6th, they now put up 3 in this inning. There's the 0-1. Taken upstairs at 96 miles an hour. 1-1.
How about the night that Harmony has had? He had that RBI bunt hit. He's gotten on base 3 times now. Just came into this matchup with 4 hits.
The 1-1 is a big cut and a miss. So it's 1-2 now on McDougal. Yeah, he's been aboard 3 times, 3 separate ways. The walk, the hit by pitch, the single. It's Magpok off of third. Harmony off second. Pitch is a ground ball. Wormburner to second base. Curland is there, fields, and flips the first in time. And that does it there in the top of the 7th. But the Firebirds put up 3 and take the lead back. It's 5-4 Orleans as we go to the last of the 7th, and it's stretch time. We'll be right back on Cape League TV. We head to the bottom of the 7th here at Whitehouse Field, and the Firebirds now hold a 5-4 lead over Harwich after putting up 3 in the top half of the inning. It's
leading off
Harrison
the bottom of the
Thayer
7th inning for Harwich from
for
Kent
Orleans.
State. The center fielder.
He deals to 9-1-2 in the
Micah
Mariner lineup,
Kirikoff.
and that starts off with the right-handed hitting Micah Kirikoff. Last time up in the 5th, he hit his first solo shot of the season deep to left field. Here's the first pitch home. There's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Kirikoff just pulled his hands in and turned on a breaking ball out to left just over the reach of Tyler Myatt, the left fielder. 0-1. Downstairs with the curveball, and it's 1-1. Thayer came in the 6th. He struck out Jones. induced a ground out to short by Tucker Stockman. O'Leary then hit an RBI single to bring home Curland as the 1-1 is downstairs, and it's 2-1. And then Sean James popped out to right field. It's been going back and forth here at Whitehouse Field. It was a 2-0 Firebird lead, a 3-2 Mariner lead, and now 5-4 is the score in favor of the Firebirds. The 2-1 is ripped into center field. Kelly back, but he's there, and he makes the grab over the shoulder, and there's one gone.
You know, it doesn't mean much in a one-run deficit in the 7th inning, but the home run and then that one might have been the two hardest hit balls I've seen all summer from Kirikov. That's a good sign. And baseball is a game where you always don't get immediately rewarded for a good swing or a ball hit really hard. Hit it to the wrong spot with Kelly getting over there. But that's inspiring for the Mariners center fielder Kirikov.
And that looks like it's going to do it for Harrison Thayer. And the Firebirds make a call to the bullpen. We'll be right back. 5-4 Orleans on Cape League TV. Back here at Whitehouse Field as we're still in the bottom of the 7th, one away. 5-4 Firebirds lead it, and a pitching change for Orleans. It's D.C. Brown freshly into the ball game. He's making his 4th appearance on the summer, and he's pitched to a flat 6 ERA in 3 innings, 6 strikeouts. Faces college ball at Rice. The tall left-hander stands at 6'3", 220 pounds. And he deals to the top of the Harwich lineup, starting with Nico Brini. One
from
gone,
Vanderbilt,
like I said.
the right fielder.
Kirikov lined
number
out
21,
to center to begin the
Nico Brini.
See that a lot in the big leagues where you'll send the guy out there. It was right on right with Kirikov. Thayer did his job, got him out and out and out.
Thirteen combined hits between the two sides. 8 for Harwich, 5 for Orleans. 1-2. Perini hits it high in the air to center field. Kelly back. He has room, though. He camps under, and he makes the one-handed grab for out number 2.
Starting to get a little tense again. Awkward feeling. And I think that is a testament to the Mariners' slump, where
from Cal Poly,
you score
the third baseman,
5 unanswered runs to take the lead.
Nate
It
Castellon.
felt like Harwich had a little bit bigger of a lead than they did. And Orleans is fighting to keep their season going with these last 2 weeks of the regular season upon us. And they've taken the lead right out of the host Mariners' hands.
Here's the pitch to Castellon. There's a strike on the outside corner. Yeah, the Mariner bats have been coming through tonight for the most part. A lot of 2-out hitting. But you look up at the scoreboard, you're down 5-4. There's the 0-1. Check swing on a ball downstairs. He went around. First base umpire Rick Force says he went around on that curveball that skipped in the dirt. So now it's 0-2 on Castellon with 2 gone. Bottom 7, 5-4 Orleans lead. D.C. Brown dangles out his left arm, peels his hand into his glove. Here is the 0-2. Poked foul down the right field line. Smolinski awaits on deck. Going to be some late magic for Harwich tonight if they want to come back in this one. Already walked off Orleans once. That was back on June 19th, 3-2. Here's the 0-2. Poked on the ground to first base. Cadiz is there, gloves, and takes it to the bag himself. That does it in the bottom of the 7th. Still 5-4 Orleans as the Mariners go down.
Fans, get out those 50-50 tickets. We have the winning numbers.
TV.
It's the start of the 8th here in Harwich. Let's take a look at scores across the Cape, presented by the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism. Chatham and Falmouth, a game that Orleans is hoping Chatham loses, trying to earn that 4th seed in the East Division, tied up with no score in the top of the 7th. Brewster beats Wareham 1-0. YD has now won 5 in a row. They beat Katuitt 5-3 at Lowell Park. And Hyannis gets to 500 on the summer with a 3-1 win. Hyannis has won 3 in a row now, and they snap a 3-game Bourne Brave winning streak. That was on the road at Dorn Park. But we've got a battle tonight in Harwich. Top of the 8th inning, Orleans leads Harwich 5-4. Garrett Larson, the batter, he hits ninth. First pitch, a strike. That was the fastball from Tommy Mitchell. Mitchell enters the game as the third arm tonight for the M's. 6'4", 200-pound lefty out of Elon. Fourth appearance of the summer. 0-1, another fastball right on the inside corner. Quickly 0-2 on Garrett Larson. Larson 0 for 3 thus far tonight. Had a 3-hit effort last night against the Mariners. Much tighter game last night. Orleans run-ruled Harwich. A wave and a miss and a 3-pitch punch-out out of the Harwich bullpen for Tommy Mitchell. That's a good start to the 8th inning. Garrett is now 0 for 4
from UC
on
Santa
the night.
Barbara, the center fielder, number 5.
And the lineup
Rowan
turns
Kelly.
over for the center fielder, Rowan Kelly. Kelly has had a huge night tonight. Has been on base 3 times, 2 walks, a single, a stolen base, and a run. Has really done his job atop Kelly Nicholson's lineup. Left on left. First pitch, hit hard down the left field line. That's a fair ball. It's going all the way into the corner. A long run for Jones. And Kelly struts into second base for a 1-out double. And that is a huge insurance run standing in scoring position for Orleans.
And he's just been doing his job all evening long, like you said. He's been aboard 4 separate times tonight as a leadoff man.
From UCLA, the first baseman,
Kelly's
number
now
30,
2 for 3 tonight.
Cadiz.
Make him 4 for 7 in this 2-game series between Orleans and Harwich. And Dom Cadiz gets another at-bat with a runner in scoring position. Cadiz is 2 for 3 with 2 RBI singles tonight. This lineup is on fire. First pitch, Cadiz waves and misses. Mitchell's got good stuff. In 4 appearances now on Cape Cod, he's pitched 5 innings, only given up 1 earned run, struck out 4, has not walked a hitter. Gets that fastball up there, low 90s. Pairs it up with that slider you just saw for strike 1 in the Cadiz at-bat. Kelly off the second. Orleans by 1 in the 8th. 0-1. Punched into the ground, foul, 0-2 on the Firebirds all-star first baseman Dominic Cadiz. It was a 3-run 7th inning for Orleans, where they clawed back after trailing by 2, entering the final 3 frames here in Harwich. The Mariners have lost 4 in a row. 0-2 coming. Cadiz rips it high and deep towards the left field fence. That is off the wall. Kelly's going to score from second. It's another RBI knock for Dom Cadiz. He has 3 hits tonight, 3 RBIs. And there's the extra base hit with a 1-out double. It's now 6-4 Firebirds.
I mean, he's so good. Dom Cadiz is a beast. Just pulled his hands in, a bullet out to left. You thought there was a chance that one was going to get out.
From San Diego, the designated
Cadiz
hitter, number
is now
29,
up to 5
Adrian
runs batted
Beltre
in
Jr.
this 2-game series with Harwich. And no run batted in stings more than that one. An insurance run for the Firebirds. Back-to-back 1-out doubles from the top of the order. They continue to just crush the baseball, and it's Beltre Jr.'s turn. First pitch to Beltre Jr., a nubber down the first base line. A tough play. O'Leary doesn't have the baseball. He thought he did. Beltre's safe at first. Advancing from second to third is Cadiz. And another late inning Firebird attack taking place this time on the road in Harwich.
Yeah, O'Leary just thought he had the ball, and he started to
From
run
Tennessee,
towards first
the left
base.
fielder, number 16.
And I don't know if he was
Tyler
going to beat
Myatt.
him either, even if he did have the ball. But what an awkward grounder off of Beltre's bat. Weird hop, and then he tried to avoid the tag, and he's aboard.
So Beltre Jr. off of first, Cadiz off of third. A 6-4 Orleans lead in the top of the 8th. And the power hitting cleanup man Tyler Myatt out of Tennessee is coming up to the plate. It's a left-on-left matchup with Mitchell. Since coming into this game, Mitchell has given up 2 doubles And now Beltre reaches. First pitch to Myatt. Breaking ball, clips the inner edge, called strike one.
And Mitchell has that 3/4 arm angle, that curveball that just sinks into the zone.
Oh, 1. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2. Big difference between a 2-run lead and a 3-run advantage. Mitchell trying to draw up a punch out, maybe an inning-ending double play. Just keep Cadiz at third base. 0-2. Slow chopper, foul. We'll do it again.
This would be the perfect time for a double play. And if he can roll it up and limit the damage to just 2, very doable for the Mariners.
Orleans has now scored 4 runs their last 2 innings at the plate, and they're not done yet here in the 8th. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Mitchell delivers a much-needed punch-out, his second of the inning. And the runners stay put now with 2 outs.
The second
Here comes Adam Magpok.
Adam Magpok.
Big strikeout for Mitchell. Just a fastball. Here's my best stuff. Let me see what you've got.
Myatt strikes out for the 4th time tonight. How about that? Knocked in 3 last night with 3 hits and a home run. He's 0 for 4 tonight. First pitch to Magpok. He shows bunt. Appeal down to first, and they say he didn't go. Looked like he lunged across the plate to me, but first base umpire over there has a better look.
How about that? A 2-out squeeze bunt attempt.
He definitely tried to hit that.
I agree.
1-0 the count. Magpok tries to bunt. This time he actually connects, but hits it foul. Ball and a strike. Magpok was a part of the 3-run surge in the 7th. Had an RBI, fielder's choice ground out. Kept that rally going. And he's up with runners on the corners and 2 outs. 1 already in the top of the 8th for the Firebirds. 1-1. Heater misses inside. 2-1 on Magpok. What's it going to take? Looking bleak right now in the final couple weeks of the regular season for Harwich. 2-1. Magpok destroys one high and deep, but Jones is well positioned in left. Hardly has to move, corrals it for the final out. But not before 2 doubles from Orleans, and the Firebirds add 1 more. It's now 6-4. We're going to the home half of the 8th.
After each home game, our hungry Harwich Mariners team has provided a post.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Reader's Hardwood Supply is a candy store for wood, whether you're a professional or an amateur. Reader's Hardwood Supply carries over 70 species of both domestic and imported lumber from around the world, displayed in over 300 self-serve bins for your selection. So for your next project, make it your masterpiece with stock from Reader's Hardwood Supply. The woods of the world are here at Reader's Hardwood Supply.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the pop.
Bottom of the 8th, and we got a tight one in Harwich. Orleans leads 6-4, and the Mariners have the heart of the order coming up. Smolinski, Kurland, and Jones. The big 6'3", 240-pound left-hander D.C. Brown climbs the hill after a scoreless 7th inning out of the Firebirds bullpen. Milo, what's it going to take? The Mariners have lost 4 in a row.
Leading off the
This
bottom
feels
of the
like
eighth
the
inning
part
for
of the
Harwich
order
from
that could
Kansas
get them
State.
back in this
The
game.
shortstop,
Yeah,
number
Ty
22,
Smolinski has been the best player all year long. And you just need to get on, get this thing going. The bottom of the lineup has actually been the guys who have been getting it done tonight for the Mariners. So just because it gets to the bottom of the lineup, maybe at the end of this inning, start of next inning, does not mean this game is wraps.
Left on left. Brown comes home. First pitch. That's a fastball down low. Smolinski ahead 1-0. Ty back on track tonight. Did not have a hit on the road last night. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. And he scored back in the 4th. 1-0 from Brown. Smolinski stays away from a breaker. That hardly missed, and now it's 2-0. Tying run on deck in Cade Kurland. He has a hit tonight. Mariners up to 8 hits. Harwich was shut out last night. Here comes the 2-0. Smolinski takes the first strike. That was a good fastball from Brown. Came in at 92. Two-one. Fouled straight back. Smolinski on time with that fastball. And the man who wears 22 for Harwich in a 2-ball, 2-strike count to start the home half of the 8th. Smolinski's been the starter for a lot of rallies throughout the course of the summer, and he's been the finisher as well with his league-leading 6 homers. Trying to find his way on. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. The high fastball from D.C. Brown, and he blew it right past Smolinski. 1 down in the 8th.
Sometimes you can't do anything about it. Perfectly placed right there, high and in.
And Kelly Nicholson, for the 2nd consecutive inning, sends out a pitcher to get 1 out, and now he's going back to the bullpen. Harwich trails 6-4 with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th, trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. And we'll have the new pitcher for Orleans when we come back on Cape League TV.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Heading to Nantucket this summer? Skip the traffic and take to the skies with Cape Air. With convenient flights from Norwood to Nantucket, you can start your vacation sooner without the hassle of traffic. That way you spend more time relaxing and less time getting there. Experience the Cape Air difference and book your next flight today at capeair.com. Let Cape Air be your wings in the Northeast.
When you hear the name Adrian Beltre in a tight game in the later innings, most people would think damage in the batter's box. Well, Adrian Beltre Jr. is now in the game to pitch for the Firebirds after hitting tonight as the designated hitter, and the son of Major League Baseball Hall of Famer has his hands full here. Orleans with their back against the walls, last place in the Cape League.
Cade Curlin.
Trying to win their second consecutive game over Harwich. They're up 6-4, bottom of the 8th inning, 1 out with nobody on. And Beltre Jr., the two-way transfer portal prospect, into the game. First pitch to Curlin, to fastball up high, ball 1. Beltre features a fastball, a sinking fastball, a changeup, and a slider. Fastball comes in all the way up to 93 on the radar gun. 1-0. Curlin takes another heater. That time it's in. 2-0. Mariners just looking to get someone on base. Manager for the Firebirds, Kelly Nicholson, pulled D.C. Brown after a perfect inning of action out of the pen. 2-0, jam shot, infield fly behind home plate. McDougal, a routine catch. And that was some kind of bounce-back pitch from A.J. Beltre, down in the count 2-0.
Yeah,
from Kansas State,
so odd
the left fielder, number 31,
Paul
Jones.
He's been sliding all day, and he's had a good day at the plate. I mean, he's reached pace 3 separate times, and he scored back in the 7th, and he goes out to the bullpen, and now he's pitching big innings. He's not just coming out of the bullpen. I mean, this is high leverage.
Beltre's 3 for 7 at the plate in this 2-game home and home against Harwich. Paul Jones, the hitter. First pitch fastball misses. Jones is 0 for 2 with a walk. Harwich trying to muster something. Jones hitting 5th tonight for the M's after an off day yesterday. 1-0 pitch. That's up and away. 2-0.
I think it's safe to say he got his dad's genes.
Well, I don't know if his dad could throw 93.
It's true.
He's gone 7 2/3 scoreless in the Cape League as a pitcher. 2-0 pitch. Jones waves at one. That was the sinking fastball. He's only walked 2, struck out 5. As a hitter this year, he's hitting .281 for average, leads the Firebirds with 5 doubles, 3 runs batted in. 2-1. Jones fouls it off behind home plate. Counts even at 2-2. Stockman on deck if we get there. Crowd still trying to will the Mariners to their first win since the 16th of July. Thursday night past 9 o'clock on the 23rd right now at Whitehouse Field. 2-2. Jones can't connect. Beltre comes in. 2 up, 2 down, scoreless action. The Firebirds have been nails in the pen, and they lead by 2. We're going to the 9th inning on Cape League TV.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financing journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Life can be full of surprises, but Eastern Propane and Oil is always just a call away. With a local team member available 24/7, we're always ready to support you when you need it. With an Eastern Propane and Oil technician on the way, your family's comfort is our priority. Our local team, over 500 strong, ensures your home is comfortable and warm. Eastern Propane and Oil, a local team with 24/7 service and delivery, ensuring comfort when you need it most.
Start of the 9th inning here in Harwich, Orleans, with a 6-4 lead. Just a heads up, top of the 9th, this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. It's been a battle tonight, but the late surge from Orleans, 3 runs in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, catapult the Firebirds to a 2-run edge.
Leading off the top of the 9th inning for Orleans
into the 9th
from Northeastern.
inning.
The third
Tommy
baseman,
Mitchell, the
number
Harwich
14,
pitcher, back in the
Tyler
game.
Harmony.
Gave up a run on a 2-hit 8th inning out of the Mariner pen. He's dealing with 6, 7, and 8 here in the 9th. Tyler Harmony, the lefty in the box. First pitch, a good fastball, barely missed, 1-0. Mariners are currently on their longest losing streak of the summer, a 4-game skid. Orleans comes into this one, 9 wins in 30 games this summer. 1-0. That's a strike, evens the count. 1-1 on Harmony. Harmony's had a really solid night. Third baseman out of Northeastern. Came in 4 for 25 at the plate. Still new to this team. He's walked and scored, was hit by a pitch, and then had an RBI bunt hit in the 7th inning. 1-1. That's a nasty slider from Mitchell. Tommy's ahead, a ball and 2 strikes.
Gotta shut him down here.
Orleans is 3 outs away from the win. Mariners just trying to go into the home half, only trailing by 2. 2-strike pitch in the dirt. That was a good leave that time from Harmony. 2-2. Tomorrow night, the Mariners will host the best team in the West, the Bourne Braves. They had a 3-game winning streak end tonight to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. 2-2. Swing and a chopper foul. Harmony staying alive. But right now the question is for the Mariners, where can they find that win? Where can they find some offense or complementary baseball? Tonight, pitching struggled early, kept them in the game though. Then the Mariners surged offensively, and then they gave it up. 2-2. Bouncing ball to third. Castellón on one hop makes the play on the run. 1 down.
Yeah, it'll be the bottom of the lineup in the 9th inning for the Mariners.
From Southern New
They've been
Hampshire,
getting it done.
the shortstop, number
Like you said,
31,
where's the offense going
Casey
to come
Comiskey.
from? Well, it's going to have to come from 6, 7, and 8 to start off with. Wonder if manager Englert's going to make any moves, pinch hitters in the last of the 9th.
Casey Comiskey, the shortstop, is now up. He's 1 for 4 tonight. Singled and scored all the way back in the 2nd inning. First pitch. Good breaking ball from Mitchell. Called a strike. 0-1. A lot of time left in the Cape League. Once you get past that 30-game mark in a 40-game regular season, it feels like the end is near. But you really dive into the day-by-day grind of this, plenty of time. 1-1. So for Orleans, they want more time because they need more opportunities to win games to get back into a playoff position. For Harwich, you have to think that maybe the playoffs have crossed their mind too early. They're kind of relaxing, knowing they're in a spot. 1-1, laced into left field. That's the 2nd hit of the night for Comiskey. He's now 4 for 9 in this series.
Comiskey has been kind of a Mariner killer over the course of this season. Home run. Now 2 singles today.
From Dayton, the catcher, number 39, Ryan McDougall.
McDougall digs in. McDougall's been on twice tonight, walked and was hit by a pitch. 0 for 2. Left on left. Tommy Mitchell comes home. Runner from first goes. Pitch down and away. Throw down from Stockman. Not in time. Another stolen base for the Firebirds tonight. That's their 4th of the contest. And Comiskey in scoring position. Orleans came in dead last with 34 stolen bases on the summer compared to Harwich's 90 in first. And the 1-0 is a breaking pitch that hits McDougall square in the back. Second time he's been hit tonight. And here we go again. First and second, 1 out. Orleans looking to add on in the 9th with Garrett Larson due up.
Yeah, and it's you ease into these innings, and all of a
From
sudden
Yale,
you
the
look
right
up,
fielder, number 38, Garrett Larson.
First and second, and it's actually a very similar spot in which McDougall got hit in the back.
Harwich is going to stick with Mitchell. He pitched the 8th inning, gave up a run. Now he's got first and second trouble here in the 9th. First pitch to Larson, fastball, called a strike. Larson, after a scorching hot 3 for 4 effort last night, is 0 for 4 tonight. He's had a tough one. 2 strikeouts, grounded into a double play with the bases loaded as well. 0-1. Bounced off of the left leg of Larson. Looked like a double play ball, but originally hit him in foul ground, 0-2.
Yeah, double play is exactly what the doctor is ordering here.
Mariners looking for a spark. Maybe Mitchell and this defense can bring it here to end the top of the 9th. And a rally in the bottom of the 9th could be one that we look back on when this summer is all said and done. But for now, it's tough times in Harwich. Here comes the 0-2 to Larson. Check swing. He didn't go. Fastball missed in. 1-2. Top of the order, and Rowan Kelly looming on deck. Kelly has been on base 4 times tonight, has a single and a double. After him, Dom Cadiz has 3 hits tonight with 3 RBIs. 1-2 to Larson. Swing and a miss. A really solid breaking ball from Mitchell. Gets Larson to head
From
back
UC
to the
Santa
dugout for
Barbara,
now the 5th
center
time
fielder
tonight.
number 5,
That's the
Rowan
second strikeout
Kelly.
for Mitchell and a big second out of the top half of the 9th.
It's rare you see hitters have 6 at-bats in a normal 9-inning game, but this is the 6th AB for Rowan Kelly.
Sets up a left-on-left matchup. Kelly, man, he's cooking. Singled in the 7th, doubled in the 8th. Started the game with back-to-back walks. What can he not do? First pitch, high chopper, middle of the infield, Curlin. Pitches to Smolinski, and Mitchell able to work out of traffic. A hit, a free pass, but 2 left on base in a scoreless 9th for Orleans. The Mariners, they've got one more shot to try and end this losing streak. Harwich down by 2. Don't go anywhere. Bottom of the 9th coming up on Cape League TV. Back against the wall, the Harwich Mariners. The Mariners trail the Firebirds 6-4. Bottom of the 9th, A.J. Beltre back on the hill for Orleans. And Harwich has 6, 7, and 8 coming up. But the slated catcher, Tucker Stockman, who's 0 for 3 tonight, has just been pinch hit for by the Mariners' all-star outfielder Colin Larson. He had an off night tonight, but he's trying to set the table with a pinch hit at-bat here to start the bottom half of the final inning. With Milo Hoffman, I'm Luke Brenneman. Harwich on a 4-game losing
Your
streak at
attention,
home.
please. Leading off and pinch hitting for Harwich in the bottom of the 9th inning. From Boston College, number 4, Colin Larson.
Larson wearing the shin guard on his right shin that he was given as a Cape League All-Star. Larson played yesterday, got on base a couple times in the 10-0 loss at Orleans. Right on left matchup. Beltre comes home with the first pitch. Larson checks swing, fouls it off backwards, 0-1.
Sometimes it's good to feel the ball on your bat. First pitch, you're pinch hitting into the flow of the game.
Beltre gets aboard with strike one. Larson en route to his all-star status at the midway point, a .280 hitter, 3 homers, 14 runs batted in. 0-1 is a high fly. This is going to stay in playable territory. The third baseman, Harmony, didn't catch it. Is that ball fair? It is. A throw down to second, and Colin Larson's in scoring position. You can't make it up. A ball that started way foul works its way back, and Harmony can't find it in the lights here. And the Mariners just got a gift and then some to start the ninth inning.
O'Leary.
I mean, the fact that that ball was 1 drop, but 2, it drifted back into fair territory just barely.
Sean O'Leary, who has 3 RBIs tonight with 2 hits, up to hit. First pitch, up and away. I mean, that's the type of air in the spot we're in right now that you can look back on, no doubt, but could definitely get in A.J. Beltre's head a little bit on the hill.
Oh, without a doubt. And now Larson is still late to give his armor over.
It's going to take more than Larson. Harwich down by 2, 6-4 game. But a gift. Pretty much just a ghost runner put out there after the air at third from Harmony. And Sean O'Leary, the hitter. 1 ball, no strikes. Beltre from the stretch. Here it comes. Swing and a high fly, center field. Kelly drifts back. He's still going back. Larson's going to tag up as he brings it in. And that's the first out of the ninth. Typically, you would take that. But with O'Leary being the tying run, Larson is almost irrelevant. You need the batter at the plate to get on or put one over the fence to get this game tied. Sean James is coming up.
From Mississippi State, the designated hitter, number 5,
O'Leary, you feel
Sean
like
James.
Everything he put in play tonight had a chance of squeaking in fair, but that one out by the center fielder.
James 1 for 3 tonight, doubled in his first at-bat. First pitch. James cracks one, a line drive, but right at Larson and right. Colin Larson from third tags up and scores. A sacrifice fly RBI for James. Cuts the deficit to 1, but that is some bad luck. Both O'Leary and James scorched the ball into the outfield, but directly at a Firebird outfielder.
The center fielder.
Harwich down to their
number
final
14,
out tonight.
Micah Kirikoff.
Kirikoff coming up. He has the only home run tonight. His first of the summer. Nobody on, 2 out. First pitch. That's a strike at the knees. A good fastball from A.J. Beltre. That run will not be earned on Beltre. He's now over 9 innings on the Cape League of scoreless baseball. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a foul tip caught by the catcher McDougal. And the moment intensifies even more. Harwich down to their final strike. Firebirds showing a little bit of life towards the end of the summer. Harwich. And out away from 5 consecutive losses. The 0-2 outside. Kirikoff will see another. Beltre really reached back on that fastball. Came in at 94. The fastest pitch he's thrown so far tonight. Can Micah run into one like he did in the 5th? 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. It gets away from McDougal. He's got to make the throw, and he does. That's 5 straight losses for the M's. Orleans takes this one 6-5, your final.
Yeah, Mariners felt like this one could be the one to get it back in the win column. You held a lead, but now 5 straight defeats. And the team is searching right now. 5 in a row. Playoff spot is pretty comfortable, but
final score, Firebirds 6.
It's hard to find
Mariners
the light
5.
at the end of the tunnel when
Harwich will be right
back
back here tomorrow.
DC Brown gets the win out of the bullpen for Orleans. The
here
loss
Whitehouse Field at
goes to the Mariner reliever T.J. Zierman.
Thank you all for joining us.
And
Arrive
the final
home safely.
6-5 Orleans.
We'll
Both teams finished the night with 8 hits. And Harwich just can't muster a late inning rally. The Firebirds did, a 3-run 7th and a 1-run 8th. with a cherry on top to now back-to-back wins for the Firebirds. Harwich falls to 17-15 on the summer with their 5th consecutive loss. Orleans improves to 10-21 with plenty of work to do in their final 9 games. We'll be back on TV tomorrow. The Bourne Braves, the best team in the West, are coming into Harwich. A good sign for Mariner fans. Harwich is going for the summer sweep over Bourne tomorrow night. Tune in on Cape League TV. The Mariners will try and snap this 5-game skid. Thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight. For our producer, Sawyer Goldwine.